Hello! It's a me, I'm Pixel, and here in me there's an owl.
It's me! It's Offie! Let's go!
There was a little scuff at the beginning, but now we are here, actually, for real, for real.
For real, for real!
For real, for real.
Let's go!
So...
How are you doing?
I am good, how are you doing?
I'm very excited for tonight, but...
Good. This is a bit strange because it's the first stream from my new house and
Let's go!
and everything is in a different place, so I don't know. Confuses me a little bit.
You're gonna see Pixel look at one side and then correct himself and look at the other side.
The thing is, there's chat now is on the left, and chat has always been on the right, and everything is so wrong.
I also have chat on the right now.
So yeah, it's strange, but well, whatever. What can I do about it?
You're gonna get used to it.
I had to get used to it. Yes. Okay, everyone.
Last time.
Umineko.
Super mega hyper.
Big anime.
Battle.
Big anime
Big
fight.
anime battle.
Shonen style. Yes. I don't remember.
That ended with Butler jumping off the window.
Of the third floor, I would like to pinpoint.
Of the third floor, yes.
Without even a scratch, and everyone pointing out the fact that Kinzo would have done that, and everyone else was, I mean, yes, Kinzo, he would have done something like that.
And Kinzo himself
But
saying,
he's like
oh, yeah,
7.
But
But he's like 17. But I mean, it's Kinzo, he would have done something like that. Yeah.
And Kinzo saying, yeah, I would have done it, but with more flair.
And Kinzo was like, yeah, I would have done it. Honestly, yes, I would have done it.
And then he convinced Beato to jump down from the window herself, and then he took her into his arms.
Yes.
And they were so cute.
Wait. We have it here.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. There we go.
Look how cute! I can't. This is one of my most favorite Studio CDs.
I noticed. There's also one that's very cool. This one.
The Donald ones are amazing.
And this one.
I love Donald as a character, and her CGs are so cute.
Yeah. By the way, we can continue, I guess.
We can continue. Oh my god.
I think. Wait a moment. I think the game is a little bit loud. Let me fix it.
So. I think so.
Because that laugh was like inside my ears. Okay. Okay, now it should be better. Maybe a little bit even more. Let's put you at 50%, Lambda, and see what happens. Okay, much better.
Do you remember when I told you that Erika had a specific sprite? When she was suffering, but like...
This one?
It's this one and another one.
Oh, okay.
あんたのその顔潰して額縁に飾りたいくらいに最高に笑える顔だわ
Of course, as you do.
私の分身が情けない無様
Very normal reaction.
Bathed in the sneers of Ben Castle, the being who was like a mother to her. Erika was so ashamed that it looked as though she'd chew her lower lip to pieces.
恨みは必ず後ろ見や バトラベアトリーチェ後ろ宮夏日
Another very normal insane character, I see.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's Ben Castell's double. What do you expect?
No, I'm not saying... I'm not arguing against that. I'm just saying that it is just like that.
Yeah.
誰にも邪魔はさせねえぜベアトリチェ
Yeah.
I am not in love with this.
Beatrice, not at all flustered by all of this, not at all.
No.
It's probably the first person that treats her decently.
Right. Yeah.
So it's understandable. I mean, there was Kildo before him, and we see what happened.
Oh, yeah. In the Golden Land, the quiet rain just kept on falling. In the arbor sat the sad witch whose eyes had lost their glint, and Butler. Virgilia could also be seen there. She sat next to Beato, knitting quietly. Lambda Delta's game has passed the climax of the first twilight, and they were taking a short break.
Virgilia kinda have those grandma vibes, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kinda the hair that gives off that impression first.
No, but I mean, she's knitting, she's very, you know, kinda.
Kind when she's not
Kind when
crazy.
she's not crazy, but yeah.
Gazing out at the golden rose garden soaked with rain, Butler thought back on the present, what was to come, and what had happened so far. To Butler, thinking was itself a battle. Even with the game stopped, and Beato unable to speak, he could still keep on fighting. Virgilia suddenly stopped her knitting. Butler had noticed too. Though none should have been able to visit this rose garden, they had noticed a silhouette approaching.
珍しいここへたどり着ける者がいるとは
What?
あいつは
Oh!
That silhouette, walking through the quietly falling rain without so much as an umbrella, was Dolanol.
素晴らしい迷路庭園です。バラを楽しむにはとても良い趣向です。
お前どうしてここに
お久しぶりです、ミセス・ベアトリーチェ。はいえ、今はミセス・ワルギリアでしたか。
Completely ignoring Butler.
久しぶりですねドラノールさあこちらへ客人を雨に濡らすもてなしなど私たちは心得ませんよ大丈夫彼女は戦いに来たわけではありませんよ
知り合いなのか
天界の古い友人の一人ですずいぶん懐かしいですね
懐かしいです。ミセス・ワルギリアは天界学問にも造形が深くおられる。よく解釈をめぐって議論を戦わせたものです。
あなたとの数
Yeah,
々
this prize is
の
new.
冒険は楽しかったですよまたいつかご一緒したいもの
ええ、またいつかご一緒に。あなたとはぜひまた戦いたいです。
They used the word fight, but it didn't sound like they meant anything unpleasant by it.
I think it's like intellectual
debate.
fight.
Yeah. It sounded like something old chess rivals would say to each other.
Yeah.
Unlike Beato, it seemed that Virgilia had always acted properly and courteously. So she had many friends in various other worlds, including both heaven and the demon world. Surprisingly, Doranor was one of them. I find myself saying like Dolanor, Dolanol. Sorry about that, but
It's
it's just
the
the
Japanese pronunciation. Yes, I know this, don't worry.
Doranor, who had crossed the sword with me just a short while ago.
I have a question. Dolanor, whatever that is it like an actual angel name or something, or it's something else?
No, it's the name of the guy who wrote the commandments.
The commandments?
The Ten Commandments, the sword to fight witches with. We were talking about them last time.
Yeah, no, but I mean, no, what I mean
No, the
is,
actual name of the.
like the stakes, they have demon names. Okay.
Yeah, but
But how about this Dlanor? Is it an actual something comes from something or not? That's my question.
wait.
I'm afraid to Google it because
It
I
No,
fear
no,
that
no,
I
wait,
will find
I'm
only
looking it
Umineko.
up. I'm looking it up. Just because I thought that it was the actual name of the guy, but it's not. Got confused.
That's because since the demons are like actual demon names, like the stake, even Ronove, it's an actual demon, and Gap as well. So I was wondering, are the characters from heaven named after, I don't know, angels or something else?
Oh god, what are those called? The commandments of mystery writing.
Oh, she's also here.
Because the name Doranor is just hers. I don't see any other results popping out for that name.
It's
But
only...
the guy name is it's Ronald Knox.
No, but that's okay. Those are the Nox rules, and that's a thing. Okay.
No, I think it could be that her name is on like a play on words on that.
Okay,
Because
could be.
nothing else pops out if I look for Doranor.
Okay. I was wondering if it was the name of like an angel or someone famous. I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
No, that's understandable. It's just
Maybe
so
a
convinced.
saint or something like that. Like Saint Peter was the guardian of the angel gates, of the heavenly gates. So I was wondering if it was something like that.
Like,
That's it.
If you look up her name, it's just her.
Okay.
So she bowed her head as if to thank us for allowing her shelter from the sudden rain, and sat in the seat Virgilia pointed out, like a guest.
紅茶に希望はありますか？
何でもあなたの入れた紅茶ならどれでも絶品です。
ではダージリンを。バトラ君もベアト
That's
も
good.
おかわりはいりますか？
ああ、俺もベアトももらうぜ。な。
As usual, Beato didn't answer. But if you quietly gave her a cup, she would sip it from time to time.
Oh, so she actually moves a little bit.
There was still some black tea left in that cup, but it had already chilled. So Butler asked for a refill for Beato as well.
お噂には聞いておりました。残虐で知られた無限の魔女ベアトリーチェもこうなっては寂しいものです。
こいつはもうゲームには参加してゲーム版のこいつを操ってるのはラムダデルタだ。
存じております。ですが本来のこの世界の主です。そしてあなたはその主に招かれた正当な客人です。ですからこうしてご挨拶に参じました。
On the game board, Beato and I met Doranon. But those were the game pieces of those witches. They weren't Beato and me ourselves.
だからわざわざここまでバトラ君とベアトに挨拶に来てくれたので、相変わらず律儀な子ですね。
私の流儀です。はじめまして、 ミスター・バトラー、ドラノール・エノックスとも敵対する役ではありますが、よろしくお願いいたします。
What does the A stands for?
Wait. Wait. The full name.
That
No,
was
it's-
way funnier than I thought it could be.
No, okay, that's the name of the guy actually has an A, like a pointed A.
Yeah, but
So
I mean,
that's
it
the
must be
reference.
something. I mean, that's what I mean.
So that's the,
I don't know,
okay,
Alexander, it must be a name or something. I don't know.
Why did I wait? Ronald Knox full name. Please tell me that I'm not. What? Arbuthnot.
Abur what?
Ronald Arbuthnot Knox.
Okay, when your parent actually hates you. Okay. I see why they pointed A now, because I would
Yeah.
never be able to say that.
Duranoru Arbuthnot Knox.
Yeah, I mean, you need an entire sheet of paper to sign your complete name whenever you need to. By the way,
おう後ろ宮バトラー、よろしく頼むぞ。
はじめまして、
Just to pinpoint this is why I love playing this game with you, because I've never looked up this stuff myself. I didn't even think about it.
what can I say? I am curious by nature, and I keep wanting to know things whenever I see something. I may not say it, I may not question it the first time I see it, but after I see it after a while, I was like, wait, what's that for? I'm curious. I want to know
No,
things,
it's
okay?
good. It's good. Actually, it's kutto desu.
ドラノール・エノックスと
ベアト、お前に挨拶してるぜ。歓迎するとさ。
ありがとうございます、ミス・ベアトリーチェ。
Such a cutie. The witch and the inquisitor, whose job was it to hunt witches, greeted each other around a tea table, surrounded by the aroma of black tea. It was a strange sight.
Every time.
Virginia made gold butterflies appear from the palm of her hands
Every time. Every freaking time.
and transformed them into a teapot and a can of tea leaves.
I bet it's gonna happen until we finish this game. In chapter 8, you're still gonna be. Ooh.
Probably. It was a very witch-like way of preparing tea.
Wait, I was distracted. Ah, okay.
It was a witch, so it wasn't a particularly unusual sight. Though I was a bit concerned about whether Doranol, an inquisitor, could allow herself to watch such a spectacle.
I
ご
don't know.
安心を。私は振る舞われる紅茶の立て方に口を挟むほど無粋ではありません。
Why I have a question that you may know. Why some of the words that the landlord says are all in caps?
I believe it's the way they are written in Japanese. It's just the way that's the way she speaks.
She puts some emphasis on those specific words.
Yeah.
魔法で紅茶を入れているのにか。
物陰に紅茶の道具があり、私たちに隠れてミセス・バルキリアが紅茶を入れている。それを魔法で入れたと私たちが解釈判断し物語に記した。ノックス第9条でも認められる解釈です。
おやおや、 9条の解釈は大法院でもタブー視されるほどのデリケートな問題のはず。私的発言とはいえ、首席異端審問官の発言と知られれば首が飛ぶかもしれませんよ。
私がどのような解釈を記そうともミセスの紅茶の味を何ら偽ることにはなりません。ですから私はその立て方を気にすることはないのです。
ほう。
Though she looked cold, she was a surprisingly tactful person. If Donanon were to deny that the black tea had been prepared with magic, this magic would surely be crushed in an instant. However, even if it was depicted that a tea that existed here and Virgilia had used it to make the tea normally, the result, that Virgilia had made tea, would still remain unchanged.
結果を闇に閉ざす魔法は邪悪です。私たちは許さない。
Hides the result in
しか
darkness.
し家庭を包む魔法は邪悪とは限りません。私の敵は邪悪であって魔法そのものではないのです。
Oh, okay, makes sense.
なるほどな。紅茶のもてなしが出てくることが重要なんであって、その立て方についてどうこう突っ込まないのが客の礼儀ってわけか。
That's right. It's common courtesy to be grateful for tea that someone makes for you. There's nothing elegant about pushing your way into the kitchen and poking around through the tea-making process.
台所は客人を招く場所ではありません。そしてそこよりの配膳はもてなしの心で美しく飾られるべきです。どうぞ。暑いですよ。
ありがとうです。砂糖とミルクも欲しいです。
Extra sweet, okay.
まだストレートでは飲めませんか？
子供なので甘くないとダメです。
Can't complain about that. Okay, never mind.
魔法ってのは優しい嘘なのか。
嘘というと聞こえが悪いですね。日本語で表現する場合は就職。
子供に飴を与えるとき、ポケットの中でぐしゃぐしゃになったのを出して与えるのと、素敵な手品を見せてそこから飴を出して与えたのでは、与える感情が全く違うはずです。
I think she says this every single time that she can.
Ah, okay. Hi,
But
Eido.
you can
Welcome.
say that. Hi. You can do that in English, so it's just.
It's could it be that she's speaking in like old-fashioned way in Japanese?
She speaks in a very elegant way, I would say. I'm not sure about old-fashioned. I'm not knowledgeable.
Maybe
enough
it's the elegant. That's why.
But I know for a fact that her saying this every single time that she can is just because this.
It's
as a
like
Erika.
no, because I was thinking about like in some animes, especially the samurai ones, or some characters says Degotaru.
Yeah.
I was thinking something like that. Of course, it doesn't say that. I was thinking maybe it's something like that, and that's like a old way of talking, Not really. Kinda.
No, I think it's more of
It's more elegant.
Joke in joke like play on words that you can't really translate into English.
Yeah. Got it.
Don't have any this. But the only way of emphasizing that that she says at the end is just putting things on
caps. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
違います。飴を与えるという結果に対し、より美しく楽しい就職を与えたことに意味があるの。
マリアちゃんに飴をあげるとき、ポケットから出して与えるのと、普段から良い子にしていたから妖精さんが持ってきてくれたと言ってこっそりポケットに忍ばせるのは全く違う。
それを全員のアリバイを調べて、誰がポケットに忍ばせたのか調べ上げて特定するのは 私は無粋なこと、飴を受け取り少女が喜んだという結果こそが重要です。
Would that be considered magic?
That would be considered magic, yes.
Okay.
そして少女を喜ばせるために就職されたことが意味あることなのです。
So it's not magic that hides the result, it's magic that embellishes the acts.
意外だな。魔法と名がつけば全否定みたいな感じで登場しやがったのに。
異端審問官としてはそう振る舞います。職務ですので。ですが職務を離れている時はそこまで冷酷になりたくありません。
勤務中は市場は持ち込まないってわけか。
What?
I love her so much.
できるやつだな。
異端審問官として魔女を狩るのは仕事です。しかし一個人としては魔女を憐れんでいます。しかし異端審問官としては無慈悲に断罪します。結果において私が魔女たちを処刑するのに変わりはない。私の憐れみなど所詮は無駄な就職に過ぎません。あってもなくても何も変わらない。ならなくてもいい。
そんなことはあり、結果が同じでも心が違えば大きく意味が異なることもあります。あなたの母が焼いたクッキーは優れたパティシエが作るクッキーよりきっと美味しかったはず。それは心が込められていることを知っているからですよ。
そうだな。結果が同じに見えても真心ってやつがあるかないかで意味は全然変わるかもしれねえぜ。
そうでしょうか。私の心などあってもなくても何の意味もない。
Donald's gaze fell to her cup a little sadly.
なことはね。今の話を聞いて俺はお前の見方を少し変えたぜ。だから心が無意味なんてことは。
Virgilia was a little surprised to hear the words she should have said coming from Butler's mouth. After all, understanding the heart was the first step towards magic's true nature. Perhaps Butler was unconsciously starting to understand, bit by bit, the essence of Beato, the essence of witches, and the very first essence of all, the essence of magic. Whether you want to become a witch or vanquish them, the very first step is learning about magic. Virgilia was sure that she felt this faint change within Butler.
先ほどの戦いではありがとうございました。最後の最後に慈悲を与えてくれたこと。
俺は俺じゃねえぜ。ラムダデルタが操ってたんだ。
I joined in on the 5th game partway through. At this point in the story, I still hadn't joined. So up until the point when I did join, the piece me is probably being controlled by Berncastel or Lambda Delta.
But is that real? Because it didn't look like it was like that.
No, it was like that.
Even
They are replaying it for the sake of Butler who joined late.
but it.
That's what they
but I
said.
mean, Berncastel. If Butler was played by Berncastel, she actually went against herself, basically.
In fact, I think it's Lambda Delta playing as Butler and leaving Berncastel to play as the detective for this time around.
But isn't Lambda on the magic side?
Lambda is on the magic side, yes.
So that wouldn't make much sense. No?
I agree, but this is what I'm thinking.
So
She's playing to make Berncastel play. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not
but
like she's...
but I thought that I mean, it would make more sense that Bernkastel is and Butler are on the same side, in quotes, sides. Let's call them sides.
Yeah.
Because it's a much more complex than that. But I mean, they're the side against magic, right?
Yes.
And it wouldn't make sense for like Lambda, Evian, but her side and also her opponent's side, because you would like sabotage yourself.
I
I don't know if I'm being
honestly,
clear about
no, no,
that.
no. I get your point, but honestly, when I first played, I just assumed that Lambda Delta was just doing her job as the game master,
Maybe
with
they're keeping
Castle
maybe they're
being her opponent.
maybe they're playing Butler as Butler would play for
Playing
himself.
himself. I would agree. I would agree on that. Also, this is what I'm thinking. If Butler wasn't there to oppose Erika, I don't think Bernkastel would have had a good time. Maybe it could have been too easy or too
Could be.
boring for Bernkastel. So I'm from the perspective of someone who is rereading all of this for the second time. I think that Lambda Delta is just playing the game in order to make Bernkastel have fun.
Oh yeah, I mean that is clear.
And maybe this means changing the cards on the table a little bit.
Could be.
She's still within the game, she still understands the chessboard. But within the chessboard, she's just mixing all of the...
I see. It would make sense.
This is my own interpretation.
No, I could see that honestly, and it would make sense.
Also, imagine a game in which, for us, imagine a game written with no Butler at all, just Butler being there in a corner crying. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it would be very, of course, yes. No, but and also, I mean, the two sides, main sides are Butler and Beatrice.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
あいつらどういう気まぐれだろうな。妙にかっこよくしてくれやがって。あれじゃまるで俺がベアトを助けに来たナイト様みてえじゃないか。
ラムダデルタ教は魔女と人間のそれぞれが均衡しドローゲームとなることを望んで
there we go.
Just
There we go. I just had to wait 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, never mind.
エリカの登場により
Never mind.
天秤が人間側に大きく傾いたのでベアトに加担するように物語を操ったのでしょう。
それは知っています。しかし駒はできないことはできない。そして本来の性格にふさわしい行為を得意とする。だからあれは確かにあなたのバトラの成し得たことです。だからあなたに感謝するのです。
何もしてねえのに褒められるってのは妙な気分だな。ゲームがもう少し進めば俺の駒も俺が操るようになるだろうよ。その時にも優しく手加減するかはわからねえぜ。
私も同じです。次に太刀を交えるときは遅れは取りません。
上等だ。相手してやるぜ。全力で来い。
約束します。全力です。
Doranor. I thought she was an emotionless killer doll without a heart. But maybe she actually is pretty approachable. Though of course, neither of us will show any mercy when fighting on the game board. For a while, we gazed at the rain-drenched rose garden as we quietly enjoyed our tea.
一つ謝らねばなりません。
Doranor suddenly murmured something.
何がだ。さっきの戦いのことならもうノーサイドだぜ。お互い全力で戦ったろ。 勝ち負けは時の運だぜ。
いいえ、時の運ではありません。それに任せられなかったから私は謝罪に訪れたのです。
We are unable to let the outcome be decided naturally by chance.
何の話だ。
勝ちを譲ったということです。
Virgilia spoke softly, without hesitating in her knitting.
はい、ミスター・バトラー。
ミスターはかゆいぜ。バトラでいい。
バトラー、謝罪します。私たちは全力ではありませんでした。
分かっていますよ。金蔵は全ゲーム開始時に死亡している。
That.
すでにベアトによって語られている
I
真
mean,
実で
yes.
す。あの戦いはバトラ君には引き分けに持ち込めれば上々。勝ち目は絶対にないはずの戦いでした。
そうだな。一言そう言われちまえばそれで終わっちまう戦いだった。なぜその赤を使わなかった。
I thought they did not know
ステイ
it.
ルメイトだからとでも言うのか。
I thought that like being inside the game made them not know about that. That's why I didn't say anything about that.
ノックス第2探偵方法に超自然能力の使用を禁ず。
Okay. I mean, yes, kinda.
その赤き真実を私たちは直接使うことができません。しかし窓が降雨後に開かれたことはないという赤き真実を私は窓を守っていたコーネリアに持たせていました。
ドーン。そいつでチェックメイトだ。どうしてあの姉ちゃんはその切り札を切らなかった。
金系、我が赤が破れる道理はなし。そなたの望み叶うことなしと知りたまえ。
Though she had fought calmly up until that point, she quickly got flustered when I dashed forward. I thought that she had been frightened by my sudden attack, but the truth was different. Even though she held a trump card which could completely repel me, she suddenly became unable to use it and hesitated.
わかりません。突然あの瞬間に切り札の使用が禁じられたのです。それを失った時点であなたの勝利は約束されました。
ゲームマスター、ラムダデルタ教の干渉でしょう。
Oh.
あいつめ、結局あの戦いは全てラムダデルタの手のひらでの茶番ってわけかよ。俺たちはあいつの筋書き通りにお芝居をやらされたって。
不愉快とは思います。しかし全力で来いとおっしゃられたバトラにそれを打ち明けぬわけには許してください。
それでもあなたは切り札を失っても残されたカードで全力で戦いましたよ。あなたを非難など誰にできるでしょう。
そうだな。むしろ余計なことをしやがってとラムダデルタを怒るべきだぜ。
金蔵が存在しないのはすでに確定事項のはず。ラムダデルタ教もベルンカステル教もそれをよくご存知のはずです。なのに2人とも金蔵が存在する余地を残してゲームを進めています。まるで2人で結託して金蔵を否定させないかのようです。
つまりじい様をわざと逃がした。
はい、何かの意図があるに違いあります。
確かに少し。ラムダデルタ教とベルンカステル教は魔女が優勢にならない限り対立する関係にあるはず。現在の流れでは2人が結託することは考えがたいのですが、
私には何か邪悪な目的があるように思え
Yeah, they are definitely
ます。
cooking something.
それをお伝えしたくて、私はここまで参りました。
お前そんなことのためにわざわざここまで来てくれたのか。
はい、ですので私はもう用事を終えました。これにて失礼しようと思います。ゲームも時期に再開するでしょう。エリカと今後のゲームを打ち合わせねばなりません。
Donald gulped down the last of her black tea and stood up.
次は第二の番の戦いにて、そこにて私は再び無慈悲の太刀を振り上げるでしょう。ですからどうかバトラも 私に慈悲などかけぬように。
分かってるぜ。手加減なんかしたらこっちの頭が叩き割られちまうぜ。
ゲーム版での私はベルンカステル教の駒フルドエリカの手先も同然です。これからも敵として何度も立ちはだかるでしょう。しかし私の心は本来、いや忘れてください。そんなことはあなたと私の関係においては何の意味もない。
あるぜ。強敵であることは間違いないが、あんたをムカつきはしなくなった。エリカのやつは最高にムカつくがな。
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's true. Honestly, yes.
よかった。私もフルドエリカにはムカついています。
Obnoxious. Great.
This is the two you know, the two muscular hands holding each other, which is which is side sorry, which is side human side in the middle, both eating Erika.
Yes. Even Barcasa hates Erika.
Yes, honestly, and it's and it is her own self-insert, so you know.
Yeah. Donald's expression finally softened slightly. At the very last moment, it felt as though we finally understood each other. On hating Erika.
とても邪悪な存在です。
Not even being creature. Not even like human being creature. So some detective creature.
No,
先ほどの
creature.
敗北で面目を潰され、復讐心に燃えたぎっています。
Oh yeah, we
何を
noticed.
企んでいるのか、私にもわかりません。ですが、ろくなことのわけがない。注意してください。
ベルンカステルの困って時点で気を許す気はないぞ。
Donald nodded as though satisfied, left the eaves of the arbor, and walked out into the rain.
あのような邪悪の手先を務めることになろうとは、どうして私はこの世界に呼ばれたのか。
Donald let out a small sigh. PCs can do nothing except fulfill the function they have been given. And that function is given to them by the one who controls them. She probably can't disobey Bernkastel, the player in control of her.
呼んだのはベルンカステル教かもしれない。しかしこの世界に受け入れたのはベアトです。この子が望まなければあなたは迷路庭園を抜けここへは至れなかったのだから。ね、ベアト。
ミス・ベアトリーチェ、あなたは私に何を求められる？邪悪の手先としての私があなたの何かに答えられるならば幸いなのですが。
She spoke to Beato, but of course there was no response. After bowing once more in thanks for the black tea, Donald disappeared off into the rainy rose garden.
この黄金鏡にはベアトが望まない限り誰もたどり着けないのか。
ええ、ドラノールをここへ呼んだのはこの子なのですよ。
ベアトがあいつをここへ呼び俺に会わせたのか。
But I know of a person who reached this place despite Beato's wishes. Angel.
But
Angel reached this place by herself, even though she was an uninvited guest.
isn't she part of the Maria Sorcière?
Mariage Sorcière.
So that doesn't count. I mean,
I mean, that's a good point. Was that also something Beato desired?
ここに私がいて、ベアトがいることも、そしてドラノールが招かれたことも、すべてはこの子が望んだことなのです。ドラノールとあなたが過ごしたこのささやかな紅茶の時間さえも。
ベアト、俺はあいつから 何を知れと言うんだ。それがお前の心臓を探し出し、安らかに眠らせることと関係があるのか。
Doranol A. Nox. The natural enemy of witches. Inquisitor. A vanguard of mystery who denies fantasy. Is she here to help me, gouge out your heart, and arrest your breathing? Oh, there we go.
Let
That's the
me
scene I remembered.
give me 1 sec. There we go. I
You okay?
broke everything. Yeah, just a sec.
Yeah. But when we were preparing for the live, I said I know one scene that's supposed to happen quite soonish, but I didn't remember if it was immediate here or in a little bit. It's here.
I'm here.
It's already here.
What happened?
Hi. I do.
Hi.
This is the scene I was talking to you about.
Yeah. No, I just had to close the window a little bit because remember when I did was hot, now it was too cold. So yeah. Ooh, on one leg? She's making her stand on one leg?
Yes. Cornelia slowly got up and stood on one leg, as she had been ordered. Her hands were clasped behind her back, because she had been ordered to do so. Then, with a loud thump, Erika shot her from behind with both hands. Cornelia landed on the floor face first, with a thud.
What the fuck is wrong with you, girl?
Cornelia rose shakily. Then, once again, she stood on one leg as she had been ordered.
But can you do us a favor for everyone and slap Erika, please?
She had been ordered not to try to keep her balance. So she had fallen on her face over and over again. Atte kudasai. Katashi de. She had barely managed to protect her nose, but after smashing against the floor so many times, her face was bright red. She wasn't shedding any tears. No, she couldn't shed them. Because she was forbidden to do even that. Thump. Thud.
Why are you bleeding? Sorry, it just came to my mind. It's the first thing that came to my mind. You know what I'm talking about.
It's with a steel pipe. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oops,
Sorry, accident. Why are you bleeding?
In this case, it's just Erika having fun.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Erika. There we go.
You don't even need to say this. It's already sounds already.
Yeah. Erika repeats this falling torture over and over again. At times like this, Erika hated counting things. So she decided that when she ran out of fingers to keep count on, she would just keep on going until she lost interest.
What do you mean? Hated counting things. Okay.
However, Erika's main redeeming feature was that she never lost interest in anything. So the torture continued on without end. Erika didn't know the truth of why Cornelia had been unable to fully protect the window. So the whole time since then, she had been criticizing her, blaming her entirely for their defeat.
近景慎んで申し上げ立てまつる。コーネリアの咎を許したまえ。すでに彼女の咎のみそぎには十分。
ああ、そうですか。ではここからはあなたが代わってください。ガートルードに咎はなきなりや。ガートルード、立ってください。片足で、両手は後ろで組むように。
The fact that they have a sprite specifically for this
I think it's they were just standing like that when they. It's
no,
like
no,
they weren't?
not before. No, before when they appeared, they had their hands on their forehead, like the sprite she had
But
before.
this looks like you know, military pose or something like that. So
I don't think that my version had this. When I played
really?
this, I don't think
Oh,
they had
okay.
this. Yeah,
Of that I could believe.
that's maybe I'm wrong, but
No. I
this
could
looks
believe
still
that
cool.
there's definitely more sprites in this version.
Here, yeah. Gertrude followed their order and clasped her hand behind her back, standing on one leg.
耐えて踏みとどまってはダメですよ。膝を折ることも許しません。涙をこぼすことも許しませんから。いいですね。御意。ガートルード。
Erika took her time walking behind Gertrude. She was even enjoying making her wonder when she'd push. At that moment, Gertrude and Cornelia burst in a bright light and disappeared. Doranol had returned at some point and had sent them back to heaven for the time being. Erika, who'd had her fun spoiled, directed an openly malicious expression at Doranol.
ミスエリカ、我が部下のトガは上司の私が背負います。どうか部下をお許しください。
ノーサンキューです。
Okay.
お仕置きってのは苦痛を与えるから意味があるんです。傷一つつかない無痛覚の人形女など面白くもなんともありません。
Erika slowly grabbed hold of the back of Doranol's hair and tugged on it unrelentingly. Doranol's neck tilted unnaturally backwards, creaking.
傷はつきませんが、傷つきはします。
あんたに傷つく心なんてあるわけもないです。魔女狩り殺人人形の分際で私に口答えする気ですか。大ベルンカステル教の使者にして分身のこの私に。
Yeah.
いいえ。
あんたらが使えないから私がベルンカステル教にお叱りを受けるんです。二度と無様な真似は見せないでください。いいですね。
She pulled back the hair she had grabbed even more strongly. This didn't cause Doranol any physical pain, but she could clearly feel Erika's ill will.
失礼しました。お許しください。
クズが。
With a sound like taut string snapping, she ripped out several strands of Doranol's hair.
Oh.
Then, Erika waved her hand about as though trying to shake off something dirty that had gotten stuck onto it.
まあいいです。これで終わりにします。ようやく私の怒りも収まり、灰色の脳細胞がうずいてきましたから。
Yeah. Butter, can you come here, please? Just one moment.
Slap her.
We just need you to come here, slap her, and just do whatever you were. Go back to whatever you were
あ
doing.
の使えない二人を呼び戻して、現場の再構築をしてください。推理ゲームを始めましょう。
わかりました。ガートルード、コーネリア。
よい。
This soundtrack is so good. The two of them reappeared behind Doranol and reconstructed the crime scene for Erika, the one who had just been tormenting them.
We started bopping at the exact same time.
Sorry?
We started bopping at the exact same time, and we were very coordinated as well.
For once, we were not going in different directions.
No, we
so
were
always
perfectly
do that.
coordinated. It was amazing.
On Erika's soundtrack. God damn it. Okay, Erika's one redeeming quality
She got
like
me.
are actually the
第
soundtrack.
一の万能おまけ
Yeah.
をしか
Yeah, the music is actually a good, very good.
さあ、第一の番の検証を始めましょう。
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I've had a hiccup over here. I don't know why.
No, everything on my side looks good, so I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't
No,
even
I'm fine,
disappear
I'm fine.
or anything. You were just there, standing there, menacingly.
Yeah, I think I like it for a sec. It's fine.
Okay.
Erika's soundtrack is too strong.
実は私たちは殺人事件の発生以前から一つの謎を突きつけられていることをご存知ですか？
はい。昨夜の24時の何者かのノックによって現れた片翼のわしの刻まれた手紙。
Ah, that, yeah.
そうです。一見物語はその瞬間に人間の誰にも不可能であったと語り、未知の魔女が存在しているかのような幻想を作り出しています。まずはこの魔女幻想を叩き潰すことから始めましょう。手紙が届けられた昨晩の食堂の状況から確認していきます。
了解です。ガートルード、コーネリア、昨晩の食堂の親族会議を再構築。
よい。
The family conference last night was conducted with the adults' relatives and butler present. And partway through, the servants arrived to serve tea.
手紙が現れた瞬間の全員の立ち位置を確認しましょうか。どうなってましたっけ？
近景、謹んで申し上げる。親族会議以前にエリカ、ジョージ、ジェシカ、マリア、南條、ゴーダ、熊沢は屋敷より退出しゲストハウスへ移動したものなり。
近景、謹んで申し上げる。残りはクラウス、夏日、源氏の3人のみが2階廊下におり、それ以外の全員は食堂におりしこと申し上げたてまつる。
Oh, I think I got it. I think I got the entire point of this thing, and I think I got why Erika was pointing fingers. Natsui is the only one that cannot prove where she was.
There we go.
So she has no alibi, and she's the one that possibly planted the letter there. Because she was in her room all alone with no one else. The only way she could say where she was, if she actually says that she was at the phone with whoever that was on the phone. And actually, oh no, never mind. Genji's dead, so never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind. She cannot prove that at all. I was gonna say, yeah, Genji can actually say vouch for her, but you know what is that? So no, that cannot happen. She's screwed, completely screwed.
Poor Natsuhi.
屋敷は親族会議に先んじて全て施錠されていたため、それ以外の人間は屋敷に入ることができません。
おやおや、それでは屋敷内の誰にも食堂の扉をノックして手紙を置くことはできないということになりますね。
Wait, what?
屋敷は親族会議に先んじて全て施錠されていたため、それ以外の人間は屋敷に入ることができません。
おやおや、それでは屋敷内の誰にも食堂の扉をノックして手紙を置くことはできないということになり
Wait,
ます。
no, it means the opposite. No one outside the mansion could have knocked and placed the letter. Wait, the letter was in front of the room, not outside the mansion, right?
Wait, can I hear the Japanese version again? Because I
屋
was
敷は
reading the
親族会議に先んじて全て施錠されていたため、
Okay.
それ以外の人間は屋敷に入ることができません。
Okay.
おやおや、それでは屋敷内の誰にも食堂の扉をノックして手紙を置くことはできないということになりますね。
No one inside the mansion.
That
It's
doesn't-
correct.
That doesn't
Wait,
make
but
much
I
sense
think,
to me, though.
but I think she means that there's no one left inside the mansion that could have knocked and placed the letter there. Because everyone
Oh,
was present at the same time.
oh, yeah, but that was the whole point of that letter.
そうなります。その人物こそが手紙を記した魔女。 ベアトリーチェである。
There we go.
バカバカしいくだらないトリックです。手紙が24時の瞬間に置かれた保証はありません。
I have a very convoluted way that this could have been done. Very extremely convoluted, but
I want to know.
I don't know if the Nox rules would be against the Nox rules though. I think it could be. I mean,
Just say it. Let's discover it together.
it's not a machination extremely. It's not a scientifically new machination, but I mean, it's possible. If you place something like a slingshot, okay, listen to me, and this is gonna be as much as convoluted as small bombs that have been exploded
I
inside
know
people.
what you're thinking.
Yeah, follow me this and don't interrupt me, please, because it's gonna be very convoluted. Okay, take a construction with something like a slingshot, okay, and glass. Come si dice biglia?
Wait. Bead, glass bead.
Yeah, glass beads, thank you. Glass beads. Put the beads on the slingshot thingy and make it whole, charge the slingshot and tie it up to a rope. Point the thing at the door. Attach the point thing at the door and make it in a way that when after some time the rope breaks, it could be with a flame or anything. It's something very simple actually, and do that and make it in a way that whenever the bead goes somewhere, they hit on the door. And listen to me, because this is gonna be even extremely far more than that.
Okay.
You could put the letter on a very thin string, so that on the just up on the door, just so that when the bead hits it, the letter falls down.
What is this ghost trick?
Yes, it is kind of like that. It's very convoluted, but not impossible.
I got the rules right here, and it says any appliance which will need a long scientific explanation at the end. I don't think that
It's
a machine like that
not
needs
really a
long-
scientific explanation. It's a very simple
it's a machine,
thing.
yeah.
It's a.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a slingshot and ropes. It's not something too complicated, in my opinion, but it could be.
It could be. I would take this as a valid truth. Blue truth, but a valid truth.
I mean, I'm not saying that it happened like that. I'm saying that it could have been done like that. It is very
could have been
complicated,
done like
and
that,
it
right.
would need a lot of preparation before that. But it could be done.
Pitagora Suijin.
Exactly.
それ以前にもう置かれていたと考えるのが常識的です。
Yeah.
手紙が発見されるほんの数分前にシャノンとカノンを給仕に呼んで2人を迎え入れる際、廊下に手紙などの不審物が一切なかったことを複数が確認しています。
100万人いなかったクラウス、夏日、ゲンジのうちの誰かがその直後に隙を見て手紙を置いただけのことでしょう。いえいえ、ゲストハウスに行ったはずの人物でも可能です。屋敷は施錠され、外部の人間は入れなかったそうですが、ゲストハウスに戻ったふりをして屋敷内にこっそりと隠れていた人間がいたなら、
Yeah.
その人物が手紙を置いたとしても何ら問題はありません。
金系青き真実。
となると問題はノックです。手紙と違い、ノックの瞬間にその場に存在しなくてはなりません。
Yeah, that's why I had to do all that convoluted thing because of the knocking.
なるほど、それこそが魔女という名のいないはずの人物が存在する証拠だと。
Oh, and by the way, if you were wondering why there's no glass beads, or why no glass beads were found, I mean,
Yeah.
they rolled away, and you could also they rolled away, and it's not exactly. I mean, in an house like that, it could be a little bit suspicious, but I can imagine a lot of huge furniture, and I'm not talking about canon, that where
A
you
lot of
could
huge cannons.
a lot of huge cannons, where you could like roll, where like glass beads could roll under, and no one would even notice.
I see.
実にバカバカしいにも程があります。その程度でこのフルドエリカが屈服するとでも？
Of course.
まず
There we go.
ノックが確かに食堂の扉を叩いたものなのか疑えます。例えばですが、屋敷の構造上2階の特定の柱を叩くと音が柱を伝わり、食堂の人間はあたかも扉をノックされたかのように誤認してしまうとか。
I mean, a bit far-fetched, but okay.
偶然何かの音をノックと聞き間違え、同様に誤認してしまうとか、あるいはノック音を録音したテープがこっそり。
Okay, this is more. The tape is probably more
Accurate.
accurate.
それ
Yeah.
がちょうどあのタイミングで聞こえるように細工されていたのかもしれない。
Yeah, that I could see.
いずれにせよ扉の向こうに誰もいなくてもノックを聞かせる方法なんていくらでも考えられます。いかがです、我が主、我が推理。だそうだけどいかが？
ベルの可愛い駒が精一杯頑張って考えた青き真実みたいだから、気前よく赤き真実をサービスしちゃおっかしら。まずは手紙から行こうかしら。24時の大時計の鐘の時に鳴ったノック、そして扉を開けたらそこに置かれていた片翼の足の封筒の手紙。客間にいなかった人間がこっそりと廊下に置いていったのだろうという想像は実に王道よね。クラウス、夏日、源氏の3人はその手紙に触れてさえいない。
へえ、じゃあシャノン・カノンが給仕に訪れて扉を閉じる瞬間に、例えばカノン、最後尾のカノンが扉を閉めるときにこっそりポトリと手紙を落とせば簡単じゃない。
食堂の全員の誰も、いえ、もっとシンプルな言い方。24時の時点で屋敷内にいたあの手紙を廊下に置いた者はいないわ。
触れた者はいないという言い方はできないわけ？
そりゃそうでしょう。彼らは拾って触れたわ。触れてないとまでは言えるわけない。
I mean, yeah.
なるほど。じゃあこういう解釈だ。24時の時点で屋敷外に存在した何者かがあらかじめ手紙を廊下以外の場所に置いたのよ。そして何らかの方法でそれが移動して最終的に廊下に置かれた。仮の想像ですが、例えば使用人たちが押してきたお茶の道具を積んだ配膳車の下部の裏側に貼り付け、それは時間が経てば剥がれてしまうような簡単な接着。それはやがて剥がれ落ちて存在しないはずの魔女が置いていった手紙となる。つまり時間差で手紙が現れるようにすることで、真の差出人がその時刻にアリバイを作ろうとする古典的トリックです。
It's more writing than anything else now.
金形青き真実。
ちょうど都合よく食堂の扉の前に落ちたのは犯人にとって幸運だっただけということ。
Okay.
下手をすればそこは厨房か廊下か、はたまた食堂の中だったかもしれません。はあ、グッと食堂の中ならば随分と素敵ですね。全員の監視の中、突然床に手紙が現れる。食堂という密室に忽然とその場の誰も触れていないという赤を維持したまま。
お見事です。配膳者の下部に手紙を貼り付ける行為なら誰が犯人でも可能。
手紙についてはまずね。でもそれと同じ論法がノックについて
Yeah, that's the knock is more the point.
同じやり取りをしようかしら。
どうぞ。
クラウス、夏日、源氏の3人はノックをしていない。これは扉だけはノックしていないという限定的な意味じゃないわよ。音が伝わる柱だろうと、録音したカセットテープの再生ボタンだろうと、そのノック音を生み出したことは断じてないという意味。
Okay.
無論直接的にも間接的にも意図的にも偶発的にも無意識的にもね。
すでにくさびを打ってるけど繰り返すわ。クラウス、夏日、源氏たち3人以外の誰かがノック、あるいはノックと誤認させる音を発生させたのかもしれない。
近景、慎んで申し上げ立てまつる。24時の時点で2階廊下にいたクラウス、夏日、源氏の3人と食堂にいた全員以外の一切の人間は屋敷内に存在しなかった旨申し上げ立てまつる。
近景、慎んで申し上げる。
Wait though. At 24 though. So if it was something planted before, not necessarily the specific thing that I said, but something similar, it could have been done earlier. They didn't have to be inside the mansion, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
クラウス、夏日、源氏の3人に加え、食堂の全員もまたノックしていないこと。このノックとはノック音を生み出す直接的、間接的、
Okay.
意図的、無意識的、偶発的な全てを含めるものなり。
Kraus, Nasui, Genji, none of those knocked or made sounds. A direct knock refers to someone literally hitting a door or making a knocking sound.
Do you want to?
Oh no, I was just in the you know in the flow, and I was keeping
You can go ahead if you want to. Go.
An intentional knock refers to someone creating a fake knocking sound with intent to make it appear that someone knocked. An unintentional knock that refers to someone unintentionally creating a fake knocking sound. A coincidental knock refers to some kind of coincidence creating a fake knocking sound.
つまり屋敷にいた人物全員がノック音の発生源とはなり得ない。そしてこの全員とは誰も把握していない、観測されていない人物であったとしても含みます。
Anyone who was in the mansion also includes any unknown person X who was secretly hiding in the mansion. Therefore, this literally meant that it was impossible for anyone inside the mansion to knock with no wordplay allowed.
なるほど。どうひっくり返そうとも、いわゆるゲストハウス組にしかノックオンの生成は不可能。例えば、私、このフルドエリカがカセットテープにノックオンを録音し、それをどこかにこっそり仕掛け、ちょうど24時頃に再生されるような仕掛けを施したなら、もちろん24時の時点では、これなら何も問題ないじゃないですか。
問題ないです。しかし扉の前に手紙があればこそノックがその存在を教えるきっかけとなりますが、もし厨房などに手紙が落下していたらノックは手紙の存在を教えるものにはならなかったように思います。
If the trick in Erika's theory about the letter being stuck to the serving card was accurate, then the implication that the letter fell was a matter of luck. Oh, I'm reading now, but if you want to keep reading, you can do it.
No, you can do that.
The people in the dining hall were able to notice it due to the knock only because it had fortunately fallen near the door. However, if the location it fell was a matter of chance, it might have landed in the far-off kitchen, or even remained stuck the entire time. If that had happened, the knock would have been ignored as though they just imagined it. In other words, the knock by itself carries no message at all. Only in combination with the letter is the knock capable of asserting that someone existed there. In that case, the knock can be combined with the theory of the letter falling from the bottom of a serving card at a random location. The letter must be reliably positioned on the other side of the door so that it can be discovered thanks to the knock. However, it was declared in that no one in the mansion placed the letter in the hallway. Yeah, see, you see, my explanation I perfectly works for that.
屋敷内の誰一人手紙を廊下に置いた者はいない。それは直接的、間接的、意図的、偶発的、無意識的、すべての概念だよ。
And someone out that went to the guest house could have done it. So, you know.
例えば、配膳車に停車すると手紙が落ちるという仕掛けがあったとか。これならば、食堂の扉でノックするために一度停車するだろうことが事前に予見できるから、うまいこと扉の前に手紙を落とせるように思えるかもしれない。しかしこれもダメなのよ。配膳車を停車させることが廊下に手紙を置くという行為を間接的に示してる。よってこれでは台車を押していたシャノンとカノンが間接的に無意識に置いたことになってしまう。だからこれもダメ。さらに言うと、時間が経てば剥がれて落ちる仕掛けもそこまで配膳車を押した人間によって偶発的に無意識に置いたことになってしまう。
Yes, okay, makes sense.
もちろんこれもダメ。
副賞要求24時の時点で屋敷以外に存在するのはエリカ、ジョージ、ジェシカ、マリア、南條、ゴーダ、熊沢のみである。
Save someone in the dining hall slipped out the window just for the instant of midnight. And didn't exist in the mansion at all at that time. With a bit of wordplay like that, it might be possible to get around the red truth.
副賞要求？気前よく赤をサービスしてるからってちょっと欲張りすぎじゃない？私ベアトみたいにバカ相手の求める副賞にペラペラ答えたりなんかしないわよ。
今度お風呂でマシュマロとコンペイトーのスクラブで全身マッサージしてあげる生皮はげるくらいにゴリゴリと
絶対よ、約束だからね、ジュルリー。じゃあいいわ、サービスしちゃう。副賞要求に答えるわ。
Okay. Whatever.
24時の時点で屋敷以外に存在するのはエリカ、ジョージ、ジェシカ、マリア、南條、ゴーダ、熊沢のみである。
You know, the word try as we might, those 8 people, including Erika, cannot exist inside the mansion, much less in front of the door. At the same time, try as we might, those who were inside the mansion cannot exist outside the mansion.
なら配膳車ではなく廊下の天井に手紙を貼り付け、廊下の天井は案外高いから堂々と貼り付けてあっても誰も気づかないかもしれない。これなら廊下に落ちるのは確定的。そしてそれを屋敷外の人物が行ったなら赤も潜れる。グッと私
金慶慎んで申し上げる。廊下天井に手紙が存在したことはなきなりや。
金慶慎んで申し上げる。配膳車に手紙が触れたことはなきと知りたまえ。
知らないです。とにかく屋敷以外の人間が何かのトリックであそこに手紙を置いてみせたんです。あの手紙とノックでベアトリーチェを存在させようなどという目論見はこのフルドエリカには断じて通用しません。
金慶慎んで申し上げる。屋敷以外の全員は親族会議開始。
Okay, my theory that goes away completely destroyed. Okay.
じゃあ親族会議以前に屋敷以外の何者かが何らかの仕掛けを施したのよ。天井と配膳車以外でです。
金慶青き真実。
Yeah, they just said you can't, girl. Aren't you smart? You're supposed to be smart.
なんでですか。それしかないでしょ。天井と配膳車以外の何かに
Apparently it's not.
誰かが何か仕掛けをしたのよ。
金慶その何かを特定もしくは仮定せぬ限り青き真実とは認められぬものなり。
金慶手紙についてのエリカ教の青き真実すべて失われたものなり。
Fuck you, Erika.
全て失われたって言い方にもう少し気を使ってください。使えない家具の皆さん、その仕掛けを思いつきさえすれば即座にチェックメイトなんです。それを全て
You have a trick.
失われたこの探偵フルドエリカによくもそんな口を。
For one that's so smart, doesn't really think that much, let me tell you.
No.
Erika's face twisted. These words that seem to deny Erika. No, Erika's deduction were the worst form of torture and humiliation for her.
ミスエリカ、手紙の謎は一度保留してはいかがです。ノックの推理、屋敷以外の何者かがカセットテープなどで聞かせたとする青きくさびは未だに有効です。音が可能なら手紙もまた不可能ではないはず。
As Hira made to grab and pull Gertrude's hair, the lantern stopped there with a
そう
sword.
です。ノックについては私の青き真実全てを否定されてなんていません。我が主、手紙の謎は必ずや解いてみせます。お時間の猶予をお許しください。しかしノックの謎については確かにここに屋敷以外の人物がカセットテープなどでノック音を聞かせる仕掛けを施したとする青きくさびでうがちました。
She's gonna destroy that as well, isn't she?
本当に可愛い子ね、ベルンのコマは。本当にけなげだわ。とりあえず2つの謎のうち1つは高3だけど1つは解けたからお許しをって叫んでどうする？許してあげる？
そうね。私の駒の分際で降参なんて恥さらし。一つは解いてみせたのなら今回は多めに見てあげようか。
我が主。
Oh my god.
When Bernkastel said she let it slide, Erika couldn't deny her relief.
じゃあお仕置きだわ、エリカちゃん。すべての人物はノックオンを誤認することはない。
へえ、何
As we say in Italian, godo.
Yes.
Godo.
ノックオンを誤認しない。ノックオンによく似た他の音をノックオンと勘違いしたりはしないという柱を叩くとノックに似た音がする。ノックオンをカセットテープに録音したとしても
I mean, it's pretty clear what it is. Misidentify and not
ノックオン
itself.
の音であってノックオンではない。だからこれもアウト。つまり実際にあの扉を叩いたノックオンを全員は正確に識別し絶対に聞き間違いないということ。あの扉を直接叩く以外のあらゆる音をノックと誤解することは絶対にありえないということ。
そんな。でもそれじゃあの24時の鐘の音の時扉を叩ける人物が存在しないことになるじゃありませんか。
そうよ、存在しないわよ。だって黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが叩いたんだもの。
つまりあの扉を叩く以外ごまかしようはないってことね。ならこういうのはどう？扉をノックしてくれる何かの仕掛けとか自動のドアノッカーみたいな仕掛けがあってそれによって手を触れずにノックすることができたとか。
ノックは人が手で扉を叩くことだよ。仕掛けで叩いたなんて認めないわ。
Oh my god.
24時の鐘の時にノックが聞こえたわ。その時食堂の人物全員がそして彼らは誰もノックオンを誤認しない。クラウス、夏日、源氏の3人はノックに関わっていない。それ以外の人物は誰も屋敷内に存在もしない。そしてノックは直接扉の前に立ち手で扉を叩く行為を指す。ねえベルン、どう？私の赤は。まだ第一の番以前なのになかなかシンプルで遊びがいがあるでしょ。黄金の魔女はノックの音とともに静かに降臨。
面白いわ。本当に
白いわラムダ。こうでなくっちゃ。ああ面白い。
The two witches double overlapped, and as though this was the most fun thing in the world.
若主ご安心よ。その程度の赤、我が灰色の脳細胞は時間さえ与えられれば必ずや答えを導き出してみせます。あんたなんて所詮は駒。いてもいなくても私がゲームを進めるには支障がないのだから、特に推理が思いつかないならおとなしく駒置き場にでも戻って誇りをかぶっててちょうだい。使えない駒は記憶に留めるのも苦痛だわ。
ベルンは忘れっぽいからね。あんたもうちょっと頑張らないとベルンに忘れられちゃうわよ。忘却の駒置き場で永遠に埃にまみれながら決して来ぬ出番を待つのってとっても辛いと思うけれど。ご安心よ大ラムダデルタ教、そして我が主。必ずやお気に入りいただくことができるよう二度と失望させぬ活躍を約束いたします。
あら、さすがは私の分身ね。頼もしいわ。なら本当に頑張ってね。いろいろとあまり活躍がないと私あなたのこと忘れちゃうかもしれないんだから。
As the two witches giggled, they continued discussing the letter and the knock. There was no room for Erika to step in. If she resigned herself to that, she would literally have no place to go and would be buried in an eternal oblivion. Erika endured with an hideous expression, looking with shame at the back of the monster who was ignoring her. And with both fists clenched, she thought frantically for some kind of breakthrough. I am the detective. I am Frodo Erika. I am the peace and double and servant of the great Lady Berncastel. I'll definitely make her satisfied. Satisfied, definitely. Kushiro Butler, how dare you humiliate me so? As she stood there, ignored by the witches and shrouded in darkness. It looked like she had been made to go stand in her own in the old way. Oh, like in class, okay.
I wonder if they removed the sprite that I remember, because I know that there was one, but I'm not sure if it's in this version as well.
Could be. You expected here? You expected it here at that point?
It's yeah, but I'm gonna look it up in the meantime.
Okay.
Just because I'm curious.
One moment. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec. Since we are here.
Go to the bathroom. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up all of Erika's sprites because Why is she Nigurashi? What? This is the console one. So it's supposed to be this one. I am looking for that pitiful expression of hers. Oh, okay, there is one. I think there is actually the one. No. I found it. There's that expression as well. You know, I will 100% wait. At this point, I will wait. Of course, there's that expression. It's it's unfortunately iconic. Oh my god, she has sprites for the what? Of course she has sprites for this specifically. Things I cannot say. I've never seen the Pachinko version of Erika, actually. She doesn't look too bad. Does she have that expression as well? Look it up, looking it up. Yep, found it. Yeah, of course I found it. Yeah, no, there was no way. No way. The console.
I'm back.
Yeah, no. Okay, I found it.
And it is when? It does actually exist in this version or not?
It exists in this version. Of course it exists in this version. It's too iconic. It's too Erika.
Okay,
Like,
so maybe
they
it
couldn't
wasn't
have-
maybe it wasn't at this point then.
It wasn't at this point, but she's gonna have it at some point, so I'm not gonna send it to you. I don't want to spoil.
That's okay. How good is it? I'm just gonna ask that.
Huh?
How
Sorry?
good is it? How good is it?
It's extremely bad, but it's Erika's bad, so it's good.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Outside it's
gonna-
fine. It is. Let me say it like that.
It is extremely satisfying.
Okay, good.
Extremely satisfying. Do you how can I the only way I can explain this expression to you, if you imagined one of the breakdowns from Phoenix Wright, but for Erika.
Oh, then it's very good. Okay. I see. It's very, very good then. I see. Good.
It's very good.
I mean, good to this.
Also, I discovered that there is a specific set of sprites for her that I did not know anything of, and I'm so surprised. But that only evaluates what I said a few episodes ago, and I'm not gonna repeat that because you hopefully forgot about it.
I mean, wait. You said something about Erika still?
I said something about Erika and something being a meme.
No, I don't
But I'm
remember
not
it
gonna
at
say
all.
any.
I don't
Okay,
remember it at
good.
all.
Good totes. Good totes.
There's advantages and disadvantages of having ADHD, probably, I guess.
Probably, yes.
By the way, do I read now? Is that how it is? Do you read? Do I read? How's that work?
I can try going back to reading because yeah, I can try.
I mean, whatever. It's okay for me. If I read, I read. I don't even know.
No, I'm gonna read.
Whatever you prefer. Okay, then read.
With a crime in the early morning, we'd completely forgotten about breakfast. So we now had our first meal of the day at a time that could never be called breakfast time.
Okay.
Even Goda-san's wonderful meal, which has supposedly been in the works since yesterday night, provided no comfort. The several empty seats quietly burdened us with a pain-filled sadness. Then, with this meal that felt like a video, Erika suddenly stood up. Everyone focused on her to see what was the matter. Her expression was somewhere on the line between invigorated and insane, as though she'd come up with some groundbreaking and strange invention.
おい、どうした？大丈夫か？
わかりました。わかりました。私にわからないとお思いですか？ええ、わかりましたもん。そんなバカなことあるわけがない。
With an ugly expression covered with cold sweat, Erika glared and lashed out at Butler.
分かったって何が？
あなたが3階の書斎から飛び降りられるわけなんかないじゃないですか。
You've seen it happen, girl.
私たちは誰一人あんたが飛び降り中庭に着地したところなんて見てないんですから。
What?
あなたは中庭からはしごをかけて3階の窓にルドルフさんが登るのを見ていたと。その外壁の構造をよく観察し、雨どいなどをうまく伝えば3階の窓から中庭に降りることは不可能じゃないと気づい。あなたは飛び降りてなんかいない。
I mean, even if it wasn't a jump, the result is the same. It's not really important.
雨どいなどを伝え、みっともなく外壁を這い降りたんです。どうです？私の青き真実は。さあ、反論は？
反論って？
反論はない。ならば、私の真実は有効ですね。ほら、見たことか。かっこつけて飛び降りたように見えたのは
this one, okay.
全て幻想。
Oh yeah. No. I agree. It's both flustered and crying as well.
Yeah, no, it's. Wait, I'm gonna send you the original one at this point because it's.
um, oh,
It's even worse.
Yeah, Discord.
Yeah, wait,
Okay.
just wait for a second. I'm gonna find it because the original one is even worse than this. There we go. There we go.
Ah, okay, I see.
Ecco.
I didn't notice, but now I see it. But actually, I see it here as well.
Yeah,
It's
whenever
like
she's opening her mouth,
it's like she's, you know,
you
having
know,
a good
having
time.
too much fun on this, yes.
Yeah. But the tears
much
though, maybe they're a little bit too much. It's probably all her expressions possible jumbled up together to make her seem like she's flustered and everything. I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah.
あんたはカッコつけて飛び出し雨どいにしがみついただけなんです。
あの時の論点はじい様が書斎を脱出可能だったかどうか、そしてじい様は窓から抜け出すことも可能。俺はそれを証明しただけだぜ。飛び降りようが這い降りようがそれは変わらねえはずだがな。
はぐらかさないでください。
I mean, that's true though.
人間風情が3階から飛び降りられるはずがないんです。それ見たことか、それ見たことか。いかがです、我が主、我が推理。
お前疲れてんのか？飯くらい落ち着いて食えよ。
When he escaped to the courtyard through the window, Butler really did use the rain gutter to crawl down the wall, just like Erika said. His hand slipped that way, and he fell from a considerable height. But he managed to land on his feet without injuring himself. No one witnessed this, but most likely everyone except Erika currently in the dining hall had realized that something like this had happened. No one had believed that he jumped down from the third floor window in the first place, even if they hadn't witnessed it directly. So they had no clue what Erika was complaining about and obsessing over all this all of a sudden.
Yeah, actually, true.
And started to whisper, glancing at her with cold eyes and confused faces.
反論できないでしょ。あなたの飛び降りは否定された。私の真実が勝ったんです。私の青き真実は有効です。我が主、それをどうかお認めください。
It's strange that she's actually aware that she's a piece there, even when she's in the
Yeah, in the
actual
game. Story.
Story
layer.
質問もさせません。必ずやこのようにご期待に応えてみせますから。どうかお見捨てにならないでください。我が主。
Facing someone that might have been somewhere beyond the ceiling, Erika spread her arms and yelled. Then, as if in answer, a massive lightning bolt landed very close by. It was an incredible sound. They could even feel the earth shake. At the same time as that sound, Erika went limp, falling into her seat like a puppet who just had all its strings cut. Then, as the sound of the wind and rain gradually filled the room once again, Erika...
Okay.
Wait, I got a hiccup, okay.
Okay.
Still recovering from a bout of dizziness.
You skip it, but it's okay.
Nope. I got a hiccup there.
Don't worry.
Then, she continued eating in silence as though nothing had happened. As if she had been acting normally the whole time.
Did they took control over her or something?
I think Bernkastel had enough.
Yeah.
Didn't Erika just stand up suddenly and rant at someone? Erika continued eating quietly. Sorry.
That's okay.
Her behavior so perfectly normal that everyone started to doubt themselves. After seeing her behaving so calmly, everyone convinced themselves that they were totally worn out. And that they must have just hallucinated Erika still suddenly yelling. So Erika's sudden transfiguration of a few seconds ago was treated as daydream and faded out of everyone's memory. Erika quietly poked at her salad and muttered in a voice that no one could hear.
ありがとうございます。タイベルカステル。我こそルタエリカ。我が主の駒にして分身。必ずやあなたのために最高の物語を献上してご覧に入れる。
そうそう。やっぱりナイフとフォークって食
あー
器として
はー
原始的ですよ
Ah,
ね。
it's the...
お箸が一番です。
Yeah, you said that already.
サラダを最も食べやすいのはお箸だとは思いませんかね、皆さん。
Sure.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Bernkastel got tired, called her out, and said, "Shut the fuck
Shut
up!"
the fuck up, girl. Or else I will kill you for real.
午前3時にバトラさんがゲストハウスに戻られ
Oh, that scared me. That scared me a lot. Hi, Juki. Thank you for the raid.
Hi.
Hi. Let me give you a shout out. Shout
How's it going?
to you. Already jump scare. Yes, actually. Hello everyone, I'm PixelBit, and this one with me here is Offie. We are playing Umineko. We are very far in the game. We are at chapter 5, so huge spoiler happens. Just telling. So, just in case you want to play this game, it's very good.
Go play.
Go play
Go
it.
play. it.
Huge spoilers. By the way, playing Resident Evil 8. Oh yeah, still playing that? Are you liking it? I haven't played that yet, I told you last time.
Are you planning on playing it eventually?
Probably I don't know. Probably I will play it because I am kind of curious, but I fear that the game is not as scary as I
Would like.
would like.
Ah, I see.
I like it, but the boss is too easy for now. Yeah, I mean, 7 was probably a good point. It was more modern, but was still scary. There was a huge horror part. Yeah, sorry, you cannot spam too many symbols because bots do that. Sorry about that, Yuki. Just saying, you cannot spam too many. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's okay. I have to put that thing there up there because bots do that sometimes. So just saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, 8 is also scary. Okay, I mean, I am very. I am very used of horror, and I need something very scary to scare me.
You're not like me. You get these
Yeah,
scared at the same time.
Yes. Posture check. Oh, thank you. Posture check as well, Alfie, for you as well.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of shrimping over here.
So the thing is, I need to if I'm playing an horror game, I wanna poop my pants. Okay, I wanna be scared. That's what it means. So I need a good horror, and it needs to be very scary. And 7 was not as scary as it could have been. I mean, it's what Wait, I'm playing an horror game. I wanna be scared. I mean, that's what.
Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da.
The point of playing an horror game is that I wanna be scared. Okay, and if the horror game doesn't scare me, it fails on its own main thing. It's like it's like playing something that's supposed to make you laugh and doesn't make you laugh. It means that it fails on its own main thing. Watching a comedy and then you don't laugh. I mean, it loses the point of it, of being what it actually is. So
Do I hear a lot of copium right now?
Copium? What do you mean?
Yeah, I want to be scared. I want to be scared.
Yeah, I do want to be scared. But if the game doesn't scare me, I do not really like it. I do understand Silent Hill F, because when you play like 3 times the same thing, after a while you say, okay, yeah, I know what is gonna happen. It's not scary anymore. But the first time you play it, it's actually scary. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Yuki, if you have to go to bed, you don't have to listen to my rant. You can just go. But I will probably play Useless until late, sooner or later. I don't know when, but I will. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye. I was picking up my tablet to sketch something for Erika, and then my pen was dead. No, it's not dead. It was not connected. Okay. I got an idea. You know, when I get you an idea, you need to put it down somewhere, unless
Otherwise, you will
about it.
forget forever. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm
yes.
definitely trying to.
I do know that feeling. Yes. By the
I
way,
don't know how to draw this quickly though.
but Erika is still ranting about something. But return to guest at 3 a.m.
その後30分くらいで皆さんも解散されたんです。
You know what? Probably. Yeah, it's better. I think it was a little bit too low, too high on volume. The wind.
いい加減眠くなってきて一眠りしてから仕切り直そうってことになったのよ。
Smoke out the murderer of the first Twilight. Erika closely questioned everyone involved to check their alibis and evidence. To confirm this, she went around the mansion with them. And when needed, took several trips out of the guest house through all of the rain. Her vitality was admirable. Though she was an uninvited guest, everyone had long since stopped feeling anything strange about the way she imitated a detective.
Erika も着実に基礎を固めているようですな。
無駄なことよ。アリバイがあろうとなかろうとわらわたちの存在を否定することなどで金蔵は窓より逃れ今や六軒島の霞よ。決して捉えることも否定することもできぬ。さしずめチェス盤の裏側にでも逃げ込んだとでも言えばいいのかしら。
その場合はしまい込んだというのが適当でしょうな。
そういえば例の第一の番の死体同じくしまい込んだのであったな。ええ、異界と人間界の狭間の私の暗黒にしまってあるわ。あの探偵気取りに見つけられることはあるまいな。
I mean, I think so.
当然よ。人間には絶対不可能だわ。確認する？念のためな。そしてわらわたちも今後のベルンカステル教の狙いを今一度読み直す必要があろう。
敵を知れば百戦も危うからずですな。
真に知れば百戦も戦わずに勝てるわ。
いやいや、全く。
Gap opened up a large pitch black hole in the sky and let it swallow up all of them. She invited Beato and Ronove to the gap between worlds where she was when she had hidden the corpses. Gap invited them to the gap. That place was nowhere in this world and existed at no time of this world. In other words, it truly and literally was a place not of this world. In this place, questions such as where is this and what time is it had no meaning. Every single place led to here, but no place could be reached from here.
Wait. Wouldn't it be better the opposite? But whatever.
Furthermore, all times connected to this place, but no time could be passed to from here. It's just the end of everything.
It's like everything and nothing at the same time, basically.
In short, this place was just what they said it was, the underside of the chessboard. No, perhaps it would be most appropriate to call this the capture pile, where pieces that have left the game go. Then, deep within this pitch-black world, 5 corpses came into view, illuminated by a glow like a faint spotlight. The 5 pitiful corpses and their necks sliced open had been arranged neatly. Their eyelids were shut and their hands joined. Apparently, even Gap had respect for the dead.
おや、今回のゲームの第一の番の犠牲者は6人ではなく。おお、お師匠様ではないか。どこへ行っていたやら心配したのだぞ。ゲームはもう第一の番を迎えて、ご覧の通り最初の犠牲者が出ておるわ。さあ、いよいよだ。ワクワクしてきたぞ。
Wait. Oh, this is a reference. Oh, wait, no, it cannot be a reference. It's just a case then. It's the exact same words, though. Well, whatever. Maybe it's a way of saying it in Japanese. No, it's a thing. The way she said, "I'm getting all excited," it's the same way that a camera rider says just before the Genshin. The same exact words. Like, wait.
今回のゲーム6人では。おお、どこへ行っゲームはもう第一の番を。さあ、いよいよだ。ワクワクしてきたぞ。
This exact same thing. And it's I what you know when you hear something and it triggers
Yeah, no,
in your
I
mind,
understand that.
and I was like, wait a moment. But the camera that says that it's way after this game, so it's probably a way of saying they have in Japanese. I don't know. By the way, they are probably gonna talk about not being 6 of them
そう
now.
ですか。ここのあなたは元気そうですね。
Ah,
何よりです。ん？わらわは元気と魅惑のボディ。あと気立ての良さくらいしか取り柄がないぞ。
about that.
About that. For some reason, Virginia praised Beato for her high spirits. Sorry.
The reading is a bit confused today, but I can read. Don't worry if you want to.
No, it's okay. Though Beato was taken aback at such a granny-like words coming out of Virginia's mouth. Hey! All of a sudden, she answered by bumping a fist against her chest.
I told you she kind of got the grandma vibes sometimes.
Virgilia had been absent often during this game.
And I mean it in the best way possible, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It's like Toon Sour Bolt too. Who are you talking? Who's Bolt?
She might even been away from her seat when Butler solved the epitaph and during the uproar that followed. Apparently, she had been absent for so many critical points that she didn't have a very good grasp of what had happened so far in the game.
Hmm.
今のところ出ている死体は
So Virgilia is the one. Virgilia's not in the game. She can go in and out whenever she wants. It's not like Beato that there are two versions or Butler. It's the same one. Right?
Apparently, for now. I mean, she's not used in the game for now, so maybe that's why.
Probably.
見ての通り首をすっぱりよ
George, Jessica, Maria, Rosa, Genji. Something sharp has sliced open all 5 of their necks. Those gaping wounds have opened wider than their mouths, and made it feel as though they would no longer need their mouths to breathe.
なるほどジョージ、ジェシカ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジの死体は誰が見ても一目で死亡が確認できるというわけですね。
赤か。まあお師匠様にケチっても始まらぬ。そうとも
Oh, I didn't mean to burst.
赤か。まあ
We can
そ
go
うと
back
も
and
死んだ
listen
ふり
again.
など絶対にありえぬ。誰もが一目で死亡を確認できる死体であるわ。
Yeah, this version is actually very cool that you can do that.
なぜリーアは赤を
さて、しかし常にお嬢様のことをお嬢様に利する何らかのお考えがあってのことでしょう。
But they had hidden the corpses here so that no one could use the red.
They do not know they're in the game, of course.
Despite that, however, Ronove was right. Virgilia always thought of Beatrice first. The way these corpses, which Gap had gone all of the trouble of erasing, and now been confirmed with the red, made a slightly displeased expression rise to Gap's face. However, in the end she remembered that she was only a guest and shrugged.
なぜガープに死体を隠させたのですか
What?
This soundtrack is so good.
Oh,
This is one of
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite ones.
今回のわらわのゲームはすでに碑文が解かれているため、今は夏日に仕え夏日を守ることを目的にしているのだ。
彼らの死体を隠蔽することがどう夏日を守るのです向こうの手は大体読めてるの多分これは夏日を追い詰めるための罠おそらく第一の番のアリバイを突き詰めていくと夏日以外の全員にアリバイが現れるのよ
夏日様は昨べは最初に親族会議を抜けられお気の毒なことに朝までアリバイが全くありま
金蔵の存在はすでに否定不能とした。しかし一つだけそれを打ち破る手が敵に残されている。
なるほど夏日を追い詰め金蔵は存在しないと自白させるわけですね
敵の狙いはおそらくそんなあたりよ。親族会議をめぐる駒たちの動きからわらわたちはいち早く夏日の孤立を察知しその罠に気づきこうして手を打ったのだ。
死体が消える全員にアリバイがあり運搬車は存在しない魔女の存在を主張しつつ同時に死亡説自体にも疑問を投じることで夏日をギリギリ容疑者から逃すことができるわけ
つまり夏日様は第一の番の犠牲者が実は死んだふりだったと主張することが可能ということですな。
I mean, not really. They have like huge cats on their throats.
いとこ部屋で大勢がその死を確実に確認しているにも確認など赤き真実に到底及ばぬ。彼らがいくら確かな死亡を見たと主張しようとも人間界に赤き真実は存在しない。
Ah,
死体が存在しない以上夏日は彼らのその言い分を見間違いトリップもしくは彼らが全員嘘をついているなどでいくらでも延々と言い逃れが可能なのだ。
赤き真実なき人間界においてはパーペチュアルチェックは最も有効な一手。
延々と相手を否定し合っての水かけ論千日手美しくないわ。
ですがしかし美しさとは勝利の先に望むもの、勝利を得ぬ者が欲すれば毒にしかなりませんよ。
勝てば官軍というでな私にとっては美しくなくても後悔者の魔女たちはそれを退屈しないと呼んで好むのかしらね。
oh yeah, I know what Voyager witches are. It has been written not here. Never mind. There was other tips. There's different tips in this version, and they actually tells you things that you don't normally know. It's in another.
Voyager. Yeah.
It's in another chapter.
Yeah, I think it says something like there are witches that to escape from boredom they escape to different fragments.
Yes, exactly. They can go from fragment of reality, from one fragment to another of the reality whenever they want, because they are just that good.
Yeah, so Bern is one of them. Bern Castle is one of them.
And even Lambda.
Even Lambda, I think, yes.
Yeah, no. The description said that Lambda and Bern are both Voyager witches.
Good. Good notice.
なるほど。
And there was even another type of witches that it's even stronger than them, but I do not remember the name.
今回のゲームの流れを把握しました。随分といやらしいものになりそうですね。100も承知よ。そして私たちはすでに夏日がこれからさらなる罠に誘う。罠？うん。ラムダデルタ教が生み出す19年前の男を名乗る何者かがすでに夏日を脅迫している。もうじきの午後1時にとある客室のクローゼットの中に入り息を潜めよと命じているのだ。クラウスを人質に取られ夏日は逆らえん。なるほど、必要ですね。かばいきれますか？無論よ。何しろ夏日は犯人ではないのだから、いくら犯人扱いしようとも真実も幻想も我らに味方する。負ける道理などないわ。
Natsui threw her cup of black tea to the ground in protest to show her the anger that flowed throughout her entire body.
それはどういう意味ですか？私が疑わしいという
Oh,
ので
this
す
is
か？
the point where Erika pointed at Natsuhi.
先に抜けられて
Finally, we're back here.
朝まで部屋を出なかったというお話はたまに
It's just the end of the chapter. No, wait. I'm joking. I don't know where we are actually.
しかしそれを証明していただかないとアリバイにはならないと申し上げてるのです。
証明？どうやって？
どうやってでも結構です。客観的にあなたには犯行が不可能だったと証明してもらえれば結構なのです。他の皆さんは協力してくださっています。夏日さんもそう邪険にされず、どうかアリバイとその証拠を示してもらいたいと
Yeah, I
思いまして。
mean, if she was alone, how is that possible to prove?
そうよ。夏日姉さんには 丸一晩の空白時間がある。先に休むと言って会議を抜け、ゲストハウスへ行き、ジョージたちを襲ったかもしれない。
And also kill her own daughter? Why?
Yeah.
バカなことを言わないでください。どうして私がジョージ君を、そして何より自分の娘を
Yes,
殺さ
that
なけれ
doesn't
ばな
make
らない
any
というの
fucking
ですか。
sense.
落ち着いて。私たちは等しく疑われてるわ。悲しいけど、潔白の証明は各々がしなくてはならない。
ああ、俺たちだって疑いを晴らそうと必死に昨夜のアリバイ立証に頭を悩ませてるんだぜ。
夏日さんかて疑われて面白いはずもあらへん。悔しいと思うなら自分の潔白を証明する何かを探すのが先決とちゃうか。
The relatives spoke as though they were all under equal suspicion. But the mood about the place didn't feel so peaceful. Erika was still in the middle of confirming everything.
They're all under suspicion, but some of them are more under suspicion than others.
Yeah. But other than Natsuhi, who was unwilling to prove her alibi, everyone else had an alibi which was reasonably credible. Only Natsuhi, who claimed that just being suspected was an insult, was uncooperative with Erika. And their position began to grow more and more perilous. This parlor was no longer a place of comfort for Natsuhi. And the sound of the cup smashing had made that decisive.
バカバカしいこと。どうして娘を失った私が疑われるのですか。
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you could be suspicious, but why she would have killed Jessica?
私が昨夜一人で先に休んだからと犯人と決めつけようとする
I
悪意。
mean, we're not talking about Rosa. If she was Rosa, I could have seen that happen, but
Yeah,
also Rosa's dead, so
こんな屈辱にはこれ以上耐えられません。
へえ、耐えられなきゃどうするの？あなたの無実を証明するアリバイを何か示してみせなさいよ。そんなものないくせにジョージを返して、この人殺し。
予算買えば夏日さん、あんたも少し疲れてるんや。もちろんそれはわしらもや。少し楽にせんか。
だな。俺たちは少し気を張りすぎだ。
夏日おばさん、どこ行くんだ。
アリバイ探しも犯人探しも実に滑稽です。台風が過ぎ警察が来れば全てが白日の下にさらされるのです。私たちが探偵ごっこをする理由など何もない。違いますか、エリカさん。
一般論的にはそうですね。
you remember we were asking? I mean,
ですが、私にはそれをする権限がありますので。
Who gave her that authority? Pixel is dying.
this is because it's made in such a ridiculous way. Because the thing is, and you notice most of the time, the narration is whatever I strongly think at that moment, and that's why it makes me laugh.
Oh, I see.
I was like, what the heck, you gave the authority, and then give her the authority.
No one asked.
Thank you.
It was an authority given by words of power from a higher world. So the pieces weren't even allowed to doubt it.
私は退出します。警察が来るまで皆さんのくだらない問答にも付き合うつもりはありません。私を疑うならどうぞご自由に。
Honestly, Beatrice's way of setting the game was much more refined than this.
I know, right?
それを疑い晴らすことも私は警察に委ねますので。
There's a lot of, oh, this is like that because I said so, and this is like that because I have the power of doing that, and this is like that because it is like that, and because I say so. And I'm like, okay, dude. You're not doing a good
She's a
job.
witch of Senate, so Lambda Delta is a witch of Senate, so she can do whatever the hell.
Yeah,
she
yeah, but I
wants,
mean,
no one
it's
can
not.
bother her.
I understand why. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying that it's made in the game. I'm saying that it makes sense in the game. But what I'm saying is,
I understand.
Beatrice makes things like, okay, this is like that, and because we have these rules and all these, and in this thing, this works. Lambda Delta is, okay, you know what? I have the power to do whatever the fuck I want, so you do whatever the fuck I say. And it is like that, and don't even try to go to question it. And that is just like that. It's much less refined.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
But it does make sense that in the game it is like that.
No, we agree. It may be a bit late to mention this, but, well, no, this happens every time. As usual, the phone couldn't connect to the police. Natsui said the police would come, but that wasn't exactly true. Strictly speaking, the boat to pick them up would come tomorrow, and they would be able to use the radio on that boat to contact the police. Well, it's not like I let anyone leave that long anyway.
What are we talking about? Was the POV?
ここにみんなで一緒にいた方が。
いいじゃない。それも立派な証明かもよ。これで夏日姉さんが自室で殺されてたりしたら、それも立派な無実の証明だわ。
Yeah.
よせよ姉貴、夏日さんも俺たちも少し一服した方がいいだろうね。明日まで体が持たねえぜ。
一服はしても油断はせずにね。明日どころか今夜も越せないかもしれないわよ。
夏日おばさん、部屋へ帰るならしっかり施錠して、まだも鎧戸を閉めて安全にしててくれよ。俺は誰も疑いたくない。そしてそれ以上に、もうこれ以上。
ありがとう、バトラ君。では私は部屋に戻ります。ゴーダ、あとは任せますよ。お客様にせめてこのような状況ではあってもご不自由をおかけしないように。
はい、奥様、心得ております。
With everyone watching her, Natsui left the parlor. From their faces, she could tell that they were expecting the classic mystery pattern. That the first person to quarrel and leave the circle would become the next victim. Natsui couldn't disobey because of the threat against Klaus, who had been taken as an hostage. Very soon, it would be 1 p.m., the time that had been arranged. She was to hide for an hour in a closet,
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
of a specific guest room. It was easy to suspect that this bizarre order was a trap to select her as the next sacrifice.
Of course.
She thought of various ways to resist, but all methods would be useless against the culprit who had an hostage and was observing her from close by. So Natsui could do nothing but obediently follow his orders, and then claim that she had been forced to do this for her husband's safety. As the arranged time had drawn near, Natsui had intentionally acted annoyed and smashed the cup on the ground to give her an excuse for slipping out of the parlor.
Oh.
Smart girl. At any rate, no matter how cowardly a trap it may be, I cannot disobey now.
My question is, I do not remember the question. God, why I forgot it.
Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da-ba. It's okay.
It was something important and I forgot it. Oh, damn. I will die on this hill alone. I don't know.
Why alone?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I remembered. If there's only 17 people, I mean, There's no extra people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been said in red and all of that and yada yada and that. Who is the man on the phone? It must be must be one of them. Also because we know that that person on the phone is observing Natsuhi from close. So it's someone on the island. And also the outside line doesn't work. So it must be someone there. And if it is someone there, it's someone between the people there.
Mm-hmm.
In the family, or servants, or Nanjo. Could you imagine if it was Nanjo? The voice could very well be like...
Confirmed. Sorry.
The voice could very much be, you know, fake in many different ways. So it could be anyone there that is alive right now, and also kill the other the 5 that are dead, and kidnap Kraus. Kraus is probably in Ecuadorian. Now that I think about it.
I mean, it would make sense, huh? But
Yes.
The person has to know about Ecuadorian.
Anyone could know about Ecuadorian if you find it.
If
No
find
one,
it.
no one said that Ecuadorian is impossible to find for anyone. Could even be Genji. No, okay. If someone ordered him to do it, it could be Genji.
Could be, yes.
So yeah, Genji knows about Ecuadorian, but it's dead now. So I'm just saying a servant. Canon, Shannon. If they have been ordered to do that, they have to. After all, they are furniture. So, you know.
After all, they are chairs.
They are chairs. So, yeah, that could be like that. But who the heck is it?
I am now the one who carries the burden of the one-winged eagle. Now my husband, Kraus, has been captured. I must protect it, even if I have to crawl through the mud. Of course, I am prepared to do that. I am Ushiromiya Natsuhi. Even if I am not permitted to bear the one-winged eagle on my clothes, Father gave me permission to bear it in my heart.
So that conversation actually happened. Okay. Even this time.
I think dashing away in a rage got me here without raising too much suspicion. So far, everything has gone well. Before my eyes was the doorknob of the specified guest room. However, I wonder about the lock. The servants are under orders to always lock any unused rooms. What will I do if it's locked?
It's not gonna be locked.
I dashed out of the parlor pretending that I was returning to my room. Going back and asking a servant to unlock this guest room would be obviously suspicious. If possible, I'd like to get this eerie hide-and-seek over with without anyone noticing. In that phone call from the one who claimed to be a man from 19 years ago. I got a hiccup, of course.
Oh, again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
He said that I would win if no one found me, but lose if anyone did find me. He said that he'd release my husband whether I won or lost. But as a person with a hostage taken against me, I'd rather not lose. I don't like it at all, but I have to go along with this game. I softly gripped the doorknob, and I could feel that it was unlocked. Did Shannon or Kumasawa forget to lock it after cleaning? Or did that man unlock it in advance? That man couldn't be waiting for me in this room, could he?
No.
And then, he'll... All that about hide and seek might have just been an excuse. I kept the fact that I was coming here secret, and all of the other people think I'm resting in my room. If I were to be killed in this situation, in this room, it might create a new baffling murder case, like an extension of the one which occurred this morning.
そうならばむしろ好都合です。犯人と直接対決する良い機会ではありませんか。
Natsu had some experience with using a naginata, but only from casual lessons.
Oh wow, it's like super hard to use. Okay.
Unlike Eva, she couldn't brag about being able to hold off any single ruffian indefinitely. As she was now, she had no realistic chance of prevailing over a man with malicious intent on her own, and no weapons that could make that possible. She readied herself and slowly opened the door. She couldn't afford to stand around in the corridor and risk being seen by someone. The atmosphere inside the guest room was ice cold, and she could sense no trace of a person waiting impatiently for her. All she could hear were the unsettling sounds of the wind and rain. At first, that seemed to be proof that no one existed to threaten her. But before long, it only stirred up that uneasy feeling inside her all the more. The closet was just off to the side of anyone entering the room. Lined up inside was a set of hangers where guests could hang their clothes. This closet, which had nothing hanging in it, was large enough for even an adult to hide in.
I suppose the closet is the door that we see on the left.
Yeah. She softly opened the closet. Of course, there was nothing inside. She would have to hide quietly in here for an hour. The room had a wood floor. I'm sorry.
That's okay, it's midnight for everyone.
But something like a carpet had been laid in the closet. It seemed that sitting down wouldn't be a problem.
Also tell me if you want me to read.
No, I'm reading just because I don't want to.
No, that's okay then.
Before.
That's okay then.
She had been sure that someone would be waiting for her in this room, or that a strange letter would be lying in the closet. She had even imagined the worst, that her husband's corpse might be inside. However, none of these things that she imagined turned out to be true.
It would have been too simple.
Yeah. All that here was a cold guest room, and a lifeless closet which silently urged her to go inside.
この中に1時間隠れていろというのですね。バカにした話です。
Natsui shrugged, turned around, then locked and chained the guest room door.
これでこの部屋には誰も入れないではあります。つまり1時間の間誰にも私を見つけることはでき私の勝ちです。
So you had the key. What was it about all that being worried about the door being closed?
バカバカしいかくれんぼですね。
Wait.
She closed the door.
I'm assuming that the door on the inside doesn't have a key.
There was a key
but
rustling noise.
The chain. That was the chain, I think. Can you go back one?
これでこの部屋この中にバカにした話です。
Okay. Locked and chained. I'm assuming that the inside of the door doesn't have a keyhole, but just one of those knobs that you can turn and lock.
Mm.
Unless it's even simpler, and then she completely closed the door and locked and says that she closed the door and then chained it.
Yeah, okay, could be.
これでこのつまり私のバカバカしいかくれんぼ
This would certainly result in a total victory in the hide-and-seek game against the Mystery Man. However, it was such an easy victory. It made me feel uneasy. Fuck.
It made Opie feel sleepy.
This is normally against the rules of hide and
Ooh,
seek.
I didn't mean to.
Even if I win, won't this displease the culprit? And everyone thinks I'm in my room right now. If they find a room with a chain set, that will be an impossible locked room to them. Erika was dashing around the mansion to confirm everyone's alibi. If she notices that the chain is set on this room, she will probably be an uproar, which will end with them cutting the chain and searching the room.
Okay, so she just put on the chain.
If that happens, I'll be fine hiding in the closet right away. It would be easy for me to honestly confess why I was hiding. But that man insisted that I did not really reveal that. If I tell them, I might be endangering my husband. Thinking of it that way, setting the chain, no, even locking the door might be a bad idea.
Let him die.
That's right. This room was unlocked when I came here. If I were to suddenly become locked, it's conceivable that it might catch someone's attention.
So unlock it.
It's better that I don't do anything unnecessary. That man only told me to hide.
結局言いなりになるしかないのですね
I hate doing it, but I can't disobey. I undid both of those two precious locks. Went into the dimly lit closet, filled with the smell of old wood, and managed to close the door from the inside. Pitch black. It reminded me of when I was young, when I used to hide somewhere and then surprise my mother. But that peaceful recollection wasn't enough to kill off my anxiety. It really is pitch black. From in here, I won't even be able to check my watch to see if an hour had passed. Sorry.
No worries.
I probably need to open the door a crack every once in a while to let in enough light for my watch. For now, I sat down and folded my legs.
You need one of those watches with the glow in the dark.
The
glow in the dark, arms.
Yeah.
No, just you need those clock with the arms that have glow in the dark things.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, and at this point in time, I don't think those watches were a good idea because of the uranium in the hands.
Yeah, they actually did it with the uranium, but I don't think they did it in the 80s, honestly.
I don't remember when.
In the way earlier than that. I think it was at least the 40s, maybe earlier.
Okay, good.
So at least 30, for what I can remember. For what I can remember, at least 30 years earlier. And one very funny, in quotes, of course, thing. They used to paint those watches by hand with the uranium paint. You know what happened when the tip of the brush would get dry. What they used to do?
Yeah, they were told that they needed to keep the brushes straight, so they put them in their mouths to straighten them out.
Yeah, you can imagine what happened after that. After a while doing that.
I know that. Oh.
By the way.
Thank you for this image at midnight.
I mean, it's a horrible image, but they honestly didn't know. So
Yeah. I thought about holding my knees to my chest, but it hurt my back when I tried. I'm not as young as I used to be. Even though I and the rest of my class were made to sit on the floor clasping our knees in every PE class as grade schoolers, and I have to struggle just to sit down. Just sitting down here for an hour would probably hurt a lot. I can't believe he expects me to sit in the darkness for a full hour, listening only to the wind and the rain. Ironically, Natsuya had made Jessica do the exact same thing in the past. She had done it to scold Jessica's persistent bad habits and teach her a lesson when she was a little girl. She had thought that making Jessica stay put in the darkness would sprout a desire to reflect on her mistakes, and that, this way, she would understand what she had done wrong. To Natsuhi, it almost felt like she was being made to do the same thing.
well, basically.
If that was the true purpose of this hide and seek,
甘えた考えです。
this must be my naivety, the hope that if his goal is to make me repent, nothing will happen here during this hour. Uncertainty and fear of that man's shadow are not what I need right now. Will someone suddenly come to this room, open this closet, and do something horrible to me now that I've come here in total secrecy as promised? That's what I should be worrying about. The culprit, or one of his accomplices, is very close by. If they weren't, they wouldn't be able to observe me so thoroughly. I don't want to think it, but it's highly likely that the culprit bought off one of the servants.
That's what I was thinking about as well.
The culprit was able to hide an eerie card with autumn written on it in my room. My personal room is always locked. That trick wouldn't have been possible without a key. Instead of believing that they obtained the key when the servants weren't looking, it's much more realistic to assume that one of the servants lent the culprit a hand.
しかし、どうして私の好きな季節が秋だと。気持ちが悪い。
The thought that this mystery man might be peeking into my heart sent goosebumps running across my whole body. It's true that I like autumn, but I've never said that out loud. I don't think anyone's ever asked me either. I could even ask my husband what my favorite season is, and he would probably be struck for an answer. No. There was one time I told it to a single person. That's right. Shannon.
Oh.
On an autumn day long ago, I happened to be in a good mood, and I mentioned that autumn was my favorite of the 4 seasons. I can't believe it. Then the culprit, or one of their accomplices, has to be Shannon.
私が秋を好きだというのは、なら、これはシャノンが関わっているという明白な証拠。それを、あの秋というカードが証明しています。なんということ。10年にもわたり当家の世話になりながら。
I trembled and shook with rage. Didn't Kinzo once say that the emotion of anger is the fastest sedative to cure fear and uncertainty?
You disappeared for a moment.
I disappeared?
Yeah, for just the fraction of a second. But you're back now.
I'm back? Okay. I don't know why I'm having hiccups. Everything is fine.
I don't know.
Fastest sedative to cure fear and uncertainty. Fear
Yeah,
and
no, I was checking something myself, just in case.
No, I think you're fine. It's easy to tell the most fearful humans from within a crowd. They're always the first to get angry. I remember him telling me that. So I realized that this anger was a sign that I was actually frightened. And I tried my best to remain calm. However, this is a fascinating clue that I can use to turn things around. Shannon may not be reliable as a servant, but if she's an accomplice used by that mystery man, this might actually be convenient. She's a timid girl. If I threaten her, she'll probably spill the name of the mastermind in an instant. I'll tell the police about this in secret. I'm certain it will be a big clue that will help in arresting the culprit.
あのカードで私を驚かし、うまく手綱を取れたつもりだったのでしょうが、むしろ墓穴を掘ったようですね。
Oh, in red. Okay.
In red. This is unshakable proof that she's been working with the culprit.
Okay then.
Though I thought this time in the closet would crush me with uncertainty and uneasiness, it had actually given me the start of a counterattack.
What if though there was someone listening in secret? Would that be against the red truth? Because she told Shannon that if there was someone there and Natsuki and Shannon were unaware of that, would that still be valid?
Can I see the red truth again, please? She's not lying. That red truth is valid. She's just saying that she, herself, never told anyone except Shannon. If anyone else happened to listen, then it's different. Then it's a different story.
Then it would still be valid. So
it would still be valid, yes.
So yeah, it could be her, or maybe someone heard that. Anyone heard that, and both of them were unaware of that.
If I hadn't been given this time in the darkness, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. I felt almost grateful for the culprit for making up this foolish game. My mood brightened. I still couldn't guarantee that my husband was safe, but I was determined to take him back and force the culprit to face judgment. I gripped my fist tightly and further strengthened my resolve to avoid losing this fight at any cost.
Oh.
No. At that moment, I heard the sudden sound of someone trying to force the locked door open. And my heart leapt.
The
voice was Hideyoshi's.
Oh.
I heard a quiet voice, as though he was talking to himself, coming from what was probably the hallway. Apparently, he had thought it was locked and tried to unlock it. But I ended up locking the unlocked door instead. Once again, there was the sound of the lock turning, and this time... the door opened with a faint sound. Sorry!
Don't worry, it's just funny.
Why is Hideyoshi-san in this room? Footsteps, which sounded like his, came in, and there was the sound of him closing and locking the door behind him.
What?
Then came what seemed to be the sound of him setting the chain. Don't tell me, Hideyoshi-san is the mastermind?
Yeah, I was thinking that, but...
Or else an accomplice? Is he planning to do something to me in this room? The door may only be locked from the inside, but will still take some time to remove the chain. If Hideyoshi-san doesn't intend to let me escape from here, there's no chance he'll give me time to fumble around with the chain. In that case, when he opens that closet door wide in just a moment and looks down upon me sitting here pathetically, just what kind of horrifying words will he say? I don't want to be found. I don't want to be found. I beg you, pass right by the closet door. Please keep going into the center of the room. My head was filled almost to bursting with a throbbing sound so loud I almost missed hearing by his noisy footsteps. So when I heard a clanking sound coming from the center of the room, I finally realized that it passed by the closet and was deeply relieved.
念のためや。どうせこの天気じゃ夜と変わらんわ。
As he muttered, he did something that made a clanking sound.
Okay. What?
It was probably closing the shutters on the window. Just in case? In case I try to escape out of the window? No, that can't be it. That's right. When I left the parlor, everyone was talking about possibly taking a break. After all, several murders had occurred.
Oh, it's just trying to rest.
And the weather was bad. There would be nothing abnormal about resting in a guest room here instead of returning to the guest house. In that case, locking up and closing the shutters to guarantee safety was the proper course of action to take. When he finished closing the shutters, there was a thunk as though he had flopped over to the bed. It was surprising how much of the situation could be grasped by just the sound. What's going on here? Did the man from 90 years ago plan all of this out to put me in the same room as Hideyoshi-san?
Probably.
No, that probably isn't true.
Never mind.
Clearly he planned on me hiding here. But Hideyoshi-san coming to take a rest in here must have been outside of the scope of his plan.
Maybe not Hideyoshi, but it could have been anyone.
Anyone, yes. Thinking about it that way, having him in the room might help to secure my own safety in an odd sort of way. Unlike his wife, Hideyoshi-san is the kind of person I can talk to.
It's strange it's just Hideyoshi and not Eva as well, honestly.
I was thinking about that. If Eva-san comes, things will probably get complicated. Maybe I should slip out of this closet now while he's still alone. Reveal everything just to him and ask for help. But if I do that, my husband might get killed. It isn't wise to do anything rash until my husband is released. Should I go out and talk, or hide in here? Moaning from my headache and biting my lower lip, I resisted the temptation to call out of here. Even if I talk to Hideyoshi-san, I don't know where my husband is being held. I am sure that the informant who's observing me is nearby as well. Just talking to him won't solve anything. I suspect that Shannon is an informant, but that doesn't mean that God and the others aren't. It's no good. Living here and confessing is just too dangerous. Eventually, I heard a strange, sobbing voice. Whose voice was it? I strained my ears, trying to hear that strange voice. And that...
Huh?
Hideyoshi weeping. Sorry.
You had the cap as well. Yeah, again.
Sorry.
Oh, Hideyoshi's crying?
Hideyoshi's crying.
Maybe for George.
Now that he was all alone like this, Hideyoshi, who had lost his only son, was finally able to shed tears and cry. Thinking that he had needed to support Eva in her distress, he had acted as though he alone was standing firm. However, he had as good as a right as anyone to cry. And now that he had found a place where no one could see his tears, he was finally allowing himself to let it out.
This song is new, I think.
I think we had it in end of chapter 4 or beginning of chapter 5.
Could be. Don't really remember it though.
I've lost my daughter too. I haven't seen her body with my own eyes, so it still doesn't feel like she's dead. But if the one who carried her off was the culprit, And he had some repulsive motive for doing it. Just thinking about it makes me feel as though my chest will tear itself apart. The reason I'm hiding in here now is that I'm thinking more about my still living husband than my dead daughter. But if I were given the chance, I'd be wailing at the top of my lungs too. However, I still can't let myself do that. That isn't because the man from 19 years ago told me to hide. It's because I am the final head of the Shiromiya family.
About that.
It's been completely overshadowed by all of this. But last night, the Butler-kun found the hidden gold, and even gained the head's ring from that mysterious envelope. At the very, very end, when it's all over, I probably won't be able to prevent him from inheriting the family headship. And when everything regarding the distribution of the inheritance is revealed, the Shiromiya family honor and glory passed down from father will plummet to the earth. So, I am the final head. Butler-kun will probably inherit the remaining wealth of the Shiromiya family. However, its history and honor will all end with my generation. Therefore, I am the final head.
Oh, that's what she meant.
I must not cry. Not yet. Until I get my husband back and avenge my daughter, I will not be allowed to shed tears. As I listened to the Hideyoshi-san's sobs from the closet, I silently hung my head. Huh? My heart leapt. Hideyoshi-san, who must have been lying prostrate on the bed, made a sound as though he had bounded to his feet. Did he notice me?
Maybe not.
He was clearly in a struggle with someone. Who could it be? No, it doesn't matter who it is. It's probably the culprit, and they're probably trying to take Hideyoshi's life at this very moment.
Open the fucking door and help him.
Shouldn't I jump out of here and help him?
Yes.
Even if I couldn't help him, I could at least call for help. No, but if I do something like that, I'd be questioned about why I was hiding in here. However, if Hideyoshi-san goes on to get killed now... No, now isn't the time to be saying that.
Wouldn't it be even more suspicious to stay there and not say anything?
At this rate, he'll definitely be killed. I'll jump out of here and help him right now. But if I do that, even if I can save Hideyoshi-san, I might be abandoning my husband's life. Hideyoshi-san's life and my husband's life. How sinful it would be to try and weigh those against each other. Just then, there was a loud sound of the door opening and the chain being pulled tight. Someone was trying to open the door despite the chain being set.
There we go. Now you cannot definitely get out of there.
Eva!
There we go.
She opened and closed the door over and over again with all of her might, but of course, she couldn't snap the chain. Eva-san raced down the hallway, calling for help in a loud voice. By this time, the room was settled back into the silence, and that early feeling of Hideyoshi being in a noisy struggle had disappeared completely. What's going on here? So, right now, I'm in the same room as the murderer who killed Hideyoshi-san? In that case, the culprit should try to escape from the room as soon as possible. So why are they staying so quiet in here? I haven't heard anything. Nothing that might have been the culprit who attacked Hideyoshi-san rushing away. No matter how much I strain my ears, I can't sense anyone in the room. In fact, It's so silent that it makes what happened just a second ago feel like an illusion. In other words, does this mean that the culprit is holding his breath, standing right in front of his closet, waiting for me to shamelessly come out? I don't even know what to be scared of anymore. If only I could just melt away into the darkness of this closet. I mustn't remain in this room any longer. I get the feeling I have more to worry about than just my personal safety. But what should I do? I don't even know if it's a good idea to leave this closet.
Do you want to leave after, when everyone is gonna get in this freaking room?
Before long, the clamor of many
There we go.
rushing footsteps approached. I held my breath again and melted away into the darkness of the closet. Eva dashed back, bringing everyone with her. Goda was gripping a bolt cutter. It was to cut the chain with. After trying to open the door again and confirming that the chain was still set, she yelled through the crack in the door. Goda struck the large bolt cutter, which looked like it could slice off whole fingers, into the crack in the door and easily severed the chain. As soon as it was severed, Eva pushed Goda aside and dashed in. The others tried to follow her.
Okay.
God damn it. Why am I having this?
I have no idea.
Why am I having this problem? What? But they bumped into Eva, who had fallen to her knees moaning. So even though they couldn't tell much of what was going on inside the room, they could tell by Eva's moans that they were too late.
Yeah.
今見ます。
嘘だろ。秀吉おじさんが休むって出てって10分かそこいらだってのに。
お風呂場には誰もいない？
はい。
Someone look in the closet.
誰もおりません。
なんということでしょう。
あなた。残念だが手の施しようが。
Corpse discovered in a guest room on the first floor of the mansion. He had been pierced through the back with a demon stake. Its tip reached as far as his lungs. Because he was lying face down on his bed, suicide must be ruled out. So this time it's a demon stake.
This time it's a demon stake. Nanjo stood up, hanging his head sadly.
Alright, there's no epitaph here.
No.
But there's no back in the epitaph, if I recall.
No, I don't think so. It was only natural. Because anyone, even if they weren't a doctor, they would think that at a glance. Hideyoshi was lying face down on the bed. And stuck deep into his back was something like a blade with an intricate demonic design on it. Whenever pulled it out with all of her might, they could tell that it wasn't a blade, but some kind of stake. And its sharp tip had penetrated neatly 15 centimeters in.
Wow, 15 centimeters is a lot.
No. It had probably dug deep into the lungs. If it had been struck any harder, the tip might even have pierced all the way through to the surface of his chest.
だから待っててって言ったのに、どうして一人で先に行っちゃうの？バカ。
多分犯人は俺たちが油断してばらけるのを待ってたんだ。
畜生め、まだ血が足りねえってのかよ。
やはりこの屋敷のどこかに隠れていて私たちを狙っているのでしょうか。
それよりおかしいわ。この部屋は戸締まりが完璧なのよ。
Yeah.
確かに鎧戸も全て閉まってますし、扉にはさっきまで。
それはおかしいではありません。それじゃ犯人はどうやってこのお部屋の秀吉様を襲ったというんですか。
扉の隙間からこの杭を投げて刺したとか。
その隙間から秀吉さんのベッドは完全に死角よ。銃を使ったって殺せやしない。おかしな話になったわ。密室殺人よ。
密室殺人？
そうと決めつけるのは早いぜ。風呂場の天井を外して天井裏に逃げたとか、あるいは鎧戸が実は外からでも閉められるとかな。
鎧戸は外からはびくともしませんでした。
Okay. If you agree, I will stop here just because
That's okay. Yeah.
I'm okay with trying my best to stay awake, but as soon as Erika comes out, okay.
No, it's too late. It's too late for Erika today. Yeah, I don't know. I do agree. It's too late for Erika today. No, I had enough of Erika for today. Yeah. No, I do agree with that.
You know what I mean? What I meant when I told you that she's written so
No.
well. But
I
hate her.
mean the character itself. It's very well done. It makes sense in everything, and it's so very well done. She's hateful though, so that's enough for today. Yeah. By the way,
She's dead.
Hideyoshi dead. Yay. Do you have anything to say before we go? Ooh, I didn't mean to do that.
Do you have any streams before the day after tomorrow?
Nope.
Okay, so we can announce that we're gonna have a stream together in 2 days.
Yes.
Where we're gonna discuss Kamen Rider's character designs from the perspective of someone who knows a lot about those and someone who knows nothing about them. So
Offie has no idea what she's getting into.
I have no idea. I'm just here for fangirling and stuff.
She has no idea.
Oh, fuck. I have the idea that I'm gonna not regret this, but it's gonna be interesting.
I saved, right? Yes.
Just okay, yeah, I saved.
I mean, it's pretty clear that you saved this. Look at that face.
Look at that face. Yes. I mean, the chapter is also called Closet, so.
Yeah. By the way, after... well, it's pretty late, so we are all going to sleep. Thank you everyone for being here. We'll see you in a bit in a PixelBit. Actually, in 2 days. Still these two people. Bye-bye.